National Weather Service outlined the possibilities earlier on the Big K Morning Show.
We are expecting showers and thunderstorms to develop through the afternoon to early evening hours. That'll be capable of producing really heavy rain in a really short amount of period of time that could result in flash flooding. People need to be aware that a lot of rain in a short period of time can inundate streets and roadways.
And so there's this reminder for drivers: if you see a flooded road, turn around. Don't drown. Tonight's the night when PennDOT closes the Parkway East between Squirrel Hill and Edgewood-Swissvale. And to deal with the detours and delays, motorists can use a page at 511pa.com to see real-time traffic conditions and plan their commutes. The closure is expected to last 25 days while the Commercial Street Bridge is demolished and replaced. City Council member Barb Warwick, and it says her neighborhood, which includes Squirrel Hill and parts of Oakland, is anticipating significant disruptions traffic-wise due to the closure. Warwick joked earlier on the Big K Morning Show that her constituents have experience in dealing with these detours.
I think that at this point, especially in Squirrel Hill, that's sort of my main business district in District 5. With Charles Anderson being closed for so long in Panther Hollow, traffic is kind of what's for breakfast in District 5 these days.
She's urging folks to leave extra time to get to where they need to go and to work from home when possible. If a dinner party or a cookout is on the weekend agenda, you'll want to take extra care to avoid a parasite making life miserable for people in at least 18 states. ABC's Jim Ryan has details.
The CDC is trying to trace the source of the cyclosporiasis that has sickened over 1,000 people in Michigan alone, but with cases reported in 17 more states. The best way to avoid the fatigue, stomach cramps, and severe diarrhea that comes with cyclosporiasis is to thoroughly wash your hands before preparing food and to thoroughly wash the fresh produce you're preparing.
So far in 2026, Pennsylvania has 28 cyclosporiasis cases, and 11 of them are here in western Pennsylvania. Now, the man gunned down Wednesday night at a traffic light in Sheridan has been identified. Police say 55-year-old Dana Falk of McKeesport was the victim of a road rage incident at the intersection of Chartiers Avenue and Municipal Street. A witness told police a man yelled at Falk at a traffic light and fired shots from his vehicle. Police say Falk had a gunshot wound to the head. He died at the scene. And in less than an hour, 41-year-old Joel Ingram was arrested. He's facing criminal homicide and firearms charges. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is ahead 70 points at 52,558. The S&P up 15 points, and the Nasdaq is up 17. In KDKA Sports, the Pirates open a 3-game weekend series with the Brewers tonight. Braxton Ashcraft starts for the Bucks at 6:40. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Time to call Metropolitan Windows. Save 20% off their exclusive Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows. 412-655-8411. Mostly cloudy and 75 in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
Support St. Anthony school programs and help students with special needs achieve their full potential through inclusive education, therapy services, and job skills development. Serving students ages 5 to 21 with Down syndrome, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. Find them within select Catholic schools in the Pittsburgh area, including a post-secondary program at Duquesne University. For over 70 years, St. Anthony school programs have empowered students of all faiths to live independently and contribute meaningfully to society. Learn more or donate at stanthonykids.org.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-719-5877 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-719-5877. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Offers are typically below market value in exchange for speed and convenience. Call for details.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, my friend, what's up? Oh, what's up? Lots of slowdowns for you around a couple of accidents. Marty, one we have for you in the Hampton area. This is Ferguson Road at Mount Royal Boulevard. We also have another one in Hampton on Route 8 at McCully Road. It looks like some of the crews are departing the scene for that second accident, so that's good news. 5200 block of Center Avenue in the city of Pittsburgh on the Shadyside Bloomfield border there. Right near the UPMC Shadyside Hospital and the intersection with South Aiken Avenue, you have an accident working there as well. Our next AAA traffic on the 5s coming your way in about 15 minutes. I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch is in effect through 10 this evening. The rest of today will be mostly cloudy and humid with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm or two. Any thunderstorm can produce hard downpours and cause localized flooding, the high 81. Then mostly cloudy, warm and sticky later tonight, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Man, before I go anywhere, I got to mention this tunnel nightmare. I truly feel for anyone living out there. I can't do it, man. I couldn't do it one day. I think it's amazing what PennDOT's going to do in 25 days. Good for them. I think it's a stupendous undertaking, and obviously we have to do it. But if you're a boss and you have people coming in from Monroeville, you got to have them working from home. That's just ridiculous. It's a nightmare. And these goofy reporters out there standing by detours, spare me, please. Stop. Like I'm writing this crap down. John Shumway says, turn a left on. Shut up. It's a nightmare, man. Anyone with a business out there, like one of my doctors is out there, I'll just stay sick for the next 25 days. I ain't going out there. No way. Anyone with a restaurant, anyone with anything is screwed for at least 30 days. Again, it has to be done. And then PennDOT putting that stupid streaming. Who the hell wants to watch that crap live? Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Honey, come here. I think I saw something move. Come on, man. God bless you. I hope you have a considerate boss who will let you chill at home for 25 days because it is not manageable. It is not reasonable. I tell you, you know who gets really screwed? Folks who don't know this is happening. So you're driving through the burg, headed to wherever, and all of a sudden you're in that crap show for 2.5, 3 hours. That is not manageable. No one deserves that kind of torture. No one. All right. This airplane stuff with Trump, Air Force One, a madness. This is confounding and perplexing. And honestly, this is Trump in a nutshell. You don't know whether he's nuts, whether he's delusional, whether he's spot on, whether he's so arrogant he doesn't care if he dies. I want to play a couple. This crap with the old jet versus the new jet. And the old jet works, but the new jet's pretty. Kind of like the guy who has an all-wheel drive Bronco because he goes through the mud, but someone gives him a Ferrari and he says, ooh, that's nice. Then he realizes the Ferrari's good for about 4 feet in the mud. Oops. So he leaves the $1 million Ferrari behind and takes the beat-up old Bronco because it does the damn job. That's kind of how I roll. I want to play these clips from Trump regarding the old jet, Air Force One that actually works versus the new jet that's pretty but sucks. Listen to Trump.
Their number one target, it's out all over the place. I'm their number one because they're scum. That's the way they act, and that's the way they've done it for 47 years. But I'm doing what's right for the country. I'm doing really what's right for the world.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force
Well, I have
One?
a threat all the time. I'm number one on their list before you. But if I go, you go, right?
But was there a specific
so
threat today?
perhaps someday you want to change professions.
Goof. That's just not what adults do. He's a goof. I mean, grown men don't talk that way. That being said, a Wall Street Journal reporting that Israel said that there's a credible threat against Trump from Iran. Fine. I'm told, and we're going to check in with Ron, smartest man I've ever known who served 4 presidents, that truth is he's the number one target forever, the president. But this murky idea of the old jet that works and the new jet that sucks is really one that I want to drill down on with Ron. Ron Layton, my brother, thanks for doing this today. Good morning, sir.
Marty, good morning, and thanks for having me back on KDKA.
I've never seen anything like it in my life because I'm an idiot. But you've seen this your whole career. The old jet works, the new jet's pretty, so which do you take, Ron?
So let's start off with 3 words. Threats outpace capabilities. So what that really means is that if you look at the production of something like Air Force One, it takes 8 to 10 years to produce that plane. Whoa. And the reason why, every hand, every eyeball that looks at that plane, you don't turn a wrench in the construction of that plane without having the top secret clearance. It also means that that plane, so it has security in depth, which means security and electronic countermeasures, and the plane's defensive, because it's not an offensive plane, the plane's defensive capabilities are built in from the ground up. So if you think about an 8 to 10 year cycle to build a plane, and then you have another plane that's gifted, and now that plane is in service for less, basically they've retrofitted it in less than a year.
Oh, come on.
Of course, it's not going to be to the same standard as the original Air Force One. So that's where we are.
Okay, Ron, because you lived this, you flew how many times? I mean, your whole career you spent on these Air Force One. Why the hell? Help me with the math. Why would these big brains who know the threats against the president, why the hell would they fly the new plane ever, sir? Ever? Seriously. Why?
Well, so there are a couple of considerations. The consideration number one is that the chief executive likes the plane.
Okay.
Let's just keep it real. Number 2, United States airspace is very different than airspace overseas. We can do things in the United States Air Force in airspace. What happens is there is a corridor created anytime Air Force One flies, but it's an enforceable corridor. It's not to say that we can't do it overseas, but we've just got more of a limited capability. We don't have the same assets. We don't have the same authorities. It's just different. So when there is a change in the threat landscape, someone in the Secret Service, in coordination with the National Security Advisor and in coordination with the Chief of Staff, has to go to the President and simply say, we have to take the original Air Force One home because something has changed in the landscape. Now, remember, you've got to have so Marty, when you came to visit the White House, you walked past the sit room. You've got to have a flying sit room in the new Air Force One. You've got to have electronic communications. You've got to have something called a CIVETS, which is a secure video teleconference, encrypted satellite communication. And here's the thing that's, we're starting to touch a classified area here.
Those anti-aircraft missile systems, I saw.
Yeah, you've got to have electronic countermeasures, but there's a suite of countermeasures. It's not just one thing. You just can't retrofit that on a plane in less than a year. It doesn't work that way.
And before we get into this in detail after the break, I saw you can't refuel with this plane. So if we have a 9/11 kind of situation, God forbid, which is what happened, they put the president in the sky, flies around for 2 days. You cannot do that with this new jet, even though it's beautiful, right? Pretty big deal. Yes, sir?
Yeah. And so, okay, so let's jump into this a little bit. Number one, midair refueling is dangerous. It's considered a wartime operation. I've done it maybe 10 times.
Wow.
You've got to realize what's going on here. You've got a plane on top of a plane separated by about 100 feet.
Whoa.
So if you're going to tell me the risk profile of doing a midair refuel with the United States president versus landing at an Air Force base, refueling, getting to a secure space, and then going back up, then that's the way to do it. And, Marty, that's what happened on 9/11. But the point is, what you need is the capability, because it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Again, the Ferrari versus the Bronco, it's just ignorant. And will you hang, please? We got more to get to.
Of course. Absolutely.
This stuff scares the hell out of me, and there's no one better to answer these questions than Ron Layton. He was brilliant and such an insider, it's insane. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have a couple of accidents being cleared or in the final stages of clearing throughout the area. Route 8 at McCully Road still have some crews on the scene there. That's in Hampton Township, so watch out for that. And in the 5200 block of Center Avenue, that's between Shadyside and Bloomfield, not far from the intersection with South Aiken. We still have some crews working the scene of that earlier accident. Parkway West on the inbound ride is backing for you at the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East inbound is moving well, actually outbound too, in the vicinity of the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, I hear this all the time, and folks get scared about their debt. If you're struggling with your debt, give my friends at Harold Shepley & Associates a call. Right, Harold?
Absolutely. We have offices throughout Pennsylvania, but you never need to come into the office. It's always a free consultation, and there's no travel required, so there's no reason to pick up the phone and not give us a call.
And don't hide from it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be ashamed. You want to get back on your feet, and you need some help.
Check them out, ShepleyLaw.com.
I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina with your KFC weekend weather update. On Saturday, expect mostly cloudy skies with high humidity and the chance of a passing thunderstorm. The temperature will reach 81 degrees. Introducing the KFC $10 bucket of the day deal. Now every weekday, you get a different bucket of crispy, crunchy chicken for just $10 each. 24 nuggets, $10, 8 piece, $10, 10 wings, $10, 8 tenders, $10. Only at KFC. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Hey, folks, Marty Griffin. I love this company, MediConnect. You know why? Medicare is complicated. How and when do I sign up? How do I avoid penalties? What's it cost? MediConnect is the largest healthcare advisory firm in Western PA, and they get it. Don't make a mistake that could cost you in the future. MediConnect is the real deal. Service, advice doesn't cost you a penny. Let them help select the best Medicare option. Check them out. 888-818-6334. MediConnect.
Are your glass shower doors past their prime? Dated? Tarnished? Faded? Or maybe just boring? Transform your shower into a spa-like retreat with a customized glass shower enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request online at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799.
Get Marty is brought to you by Perry Calder Law. When it matters most, contact Perry Calder Law.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regain their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
One thing I like about having the most effective treatment protocol on the market for peripheral neuropathy is the stories that we hear. Like Karen from Export. She suffered with neuropathy for 3 years, and it got so bad that she couldn't even wear her normal shoes. In fact, she got rid of them and can only wear Skechers. After going through the program, now she's able to wear any shoes she wants, and she's very disappointed that she got rid of all her other shoes.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers helped Karen. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for an initial free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy. Learn more at marydanston.com.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Stop smoking, no cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Walk in a smoker, walk out free. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So according to the Wall Street Journal, Iran had initiated new threats against the president and are planning to take him down in Air Force One. So according to AI, Iran relies on high-altitude surface-to-air missiles, SAM systems, Russian-supplied, and then the domestically developed third Cordad, I apologize if I mispronounced that, which already intercepted U.S. aircraft and is put in place to engage heavy, high-value aircraft like Air Force One. They operate alongside passive infrared detection to track targets without giving off traceable radar warnings, allowing Iran to target high-altitude aircraft flying near its borders. So, my friend Ron Layton, this would scare the hell out of anyone in the Secret Service, knowing that, in all likelihood, the pretty new Ferrari jet doesn't have the defense capabilities of Air Force One, sir. Is that fair?
No, Marty, it's more than fair. I'm going to go back to what we opened the segment with. Threats outpace capabilities.
Wow.
So you want to be on the most capable aircraft in terms of defensive mechanisms and in terms of being able to protect itself in the sky, in association with other technologies that the United States has within its arsenal.
So the truth of the matter is that the new pretty Ferrari jet is really not Air Force One capable and should really not be used. Is that fair, sir, or is that a stretch?
No, it's not a stretch. I mean, so if you take a product that takes you 10 years to build, and then somebody gives you one and you try to retrofit it in a year, you can't do it. Here's a very, very crude metaphor. So right now the current limousine is a Cadillac, but it has Cadillac skin. Underneath is a tank. However, if the Qataris gave the president a beautiful Cadillac that had a coffee maker in it and it was adorned in gold and all this other kind of stuff, guess what? That still doesn't mean that it's got 1,000-pound doors like the real one, or bullet-resistant glass that the windshields are 6 inches thick, or other offensive and defensive capabilities within that Cadillac. It's the same kind of a thing. Wow. Now, the other thing is this: everyone who touches a presidential conveyance program, meaning either the helicopters or the cars or the aircraft, all of those people have top secret clearances. And one of the things that really means is that you have declared your loyalty to the United States. People don't look at it that way, but that's the way that the agencies look at it. So all of a sudden you're going to get this plane from Qatar. I would remind everyone, Qatar is in alliance with Iran right across the water. So these are other things to think about as you would accept a gift from somebody like Qatar.
One of my boys who has a background like yours, there's no way they modified the gifted airframe to the exact specs as the existing VIP airframes in that time frame. The modifications are probably just to get it basically functional as a VIP aircraft. Why the F would they do that and accept that as something that in any shape or form the president should fly on, sir? Why? Help me with this. Other than he thinks it's pretty, sir.
No, this is a very easy answer. I mean, you're looking at a chief executive who likes things the way he likes things.
Come on.
So he likes the plane. It really...
So hold on, man. So he has that power. He can say, screw it, I'll take the risk. Fly this thing. He can do that.
Do it. He did do it.
Yeah.
They took the plane over there.
He did.
Again.
He did.
You know, I know. So, again, United States airspace, U.S. airspace is a very, very different animal.
Yeah.
I live close to Andrews Air Force Base where the fighter jets come out of for the escorts and those types of things. That corridor in the sky is something that we do all the time for Air Force One travel. It's not the same overseas. So in other words, the level of control that we have in the United States airspace is not the same as what we would want in international airspace, particularly in and out of a war zone, which is what Iran is right now.
For someone like you who's been on Air Force One, flew on it for years, is it fair to suggest that this new plane is a lot easier to take down than the old plane? Is it fair to suggest that, sir?
Well, I'm simply saying again, I'm going to go to threats outpace capability.
Yeah.
If you don't have the same capabilities to defend yourself against what you always hear me talk about, Marty, the complexity of the modern threat spectrum against modern threats. If you can't defend yourself against those threats, then you are more vulnerable to attack.
Wow.
And less likely to be able to successfully defend yourself. That's it.
So there are men and women on the ground. When this new jet's in the air, they're freaking out. I would think. Freaking out.
Yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to put a lot of offensive capabilities in and around you. So think about what a motorcade looks like. You know, obviously not going through our tunnel right now, but when that motorcade is going down the road, you've got helicopters.
Yep.
You've got very, very a lot of capabilities in association with that motorcade.
Yeah.
A lot of offensive firepower. You got all that kind of stuff. We'll pick that up to 40,000 feet. And that's what we can do in the United States airspace. You can't always do that in a war zone.
My brother, smartest man I know, Ron Layton. It's a pleasure, my man. Thank you.
Marty, thank you. Be well.
Amazing.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. That's a common misconception. Battles are won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. In that place where promises are kept. Promises to oneself.
This is a physical training event!
Promises to one's community.
Helping people move debris out of their house.
Promises to one's country. In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise. A promise forever kept. A promise of battles won.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
From the Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
75 and mostly cloudy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Many Jewish Americans say they no longer feel safe in the United States. That's according to a new national poll. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has details.
The AP North poll finds many Jewish Americans say they feel less safe in the U.S. since the October 7th Hamas attack in Israel. The survey found 6 in 10 Jewish Americans believe prejudice against Jewish people is a very or extremely serious problem in the United States today. 3 in 10 say they or someone in their household experienced harassment, assault, or property damage because of their Jewish identity in the past year. The poll also found only about 1/3 currently feel safe, while a similar share say they feel unsafe. Additionally, 4 in 10 say they are now less likely to wear or display items that identify them as Jewish. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
In a social media post today, President Donald Trump says he will not sign the housing affordability bill. And ABC's Stephen Portnoy tells us why.
The 21st Century Road to Housing Act would exempt certain projects from environmental reviews, expand financing for affordable housing, and restrict large institutional investors from owning more than 350 single-family homes. It passed in both houses with scant opposition. But President Trump says he won't sign it, quote, in protest of the Senate's refusal to pass the voter ID and citizenship requirements of the Save America Act. If he doesn't veto the bill by midnight, it will become law without his signature. That sort of thing hasn't happened in nearly a decade.
At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is up 74 points at 52,564. And the S&P up 11 points now. The NASDAQ is turned down by about 16. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Audi and Hearing.
Do you use your credit card and run the risk of rolling up debt, or do you rely on your debit card? It's a never-ending debate. Credit card analyst Ted Rossman has this perspective.
A credit card is really the bank's money up until you pay them back, whereas a debit card, that money's coming directly out of your checking account.
Rossman says responsible credit card use can help you build credit. I'm Rob Hart.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audi and Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to AudienHearing.com. That's AUDIEN Hearing.com.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments and our children and retirement and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com.
You've spent decades building your savings and planning for your future. Now the focus shifts from accumulation to protection, from growth to sustainable income you can depend on. I'm Brian Quaranta, and at Secure Money Advisors, we help retirees build structured retirement plans designed to help protect what they've worked so hard to build and preserve. To learn more, claim your copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Summer storms can spell disaster for your roof and more. At Home Genius Exteriors, we stop the damage before it starts. Call now during our summer savings event and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, get no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is the Parkway West. It continues to be our heavy spot of this whole morning rush hour, and the inbound delays now greet you right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Things are rolling well for you behind the Liberty tunnels with heavy traffic just around some construction zone lane restrictions between Edgebrook and Bousman as you make your way toward the Liberty tunnels. If you're headed inbound or outbound near the Squirrel Hill tunnels, things are rolling well. We can see that with the PennDOT cameras live out over that area. Just a note, if you use Google Maps or if you find that your GPS is rerouting you around that area, it's not closed yet. It closes at 9 tonight, but right now Google Maps has the Parkway closed by the Squirrel Hill tunnels and the Commercial Street Bridge project. It's been that way all morning long. That closes, of course, again at 9 tonight. With AAA Traffic, I'm Edlin Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch through 10 this evening. The rest of today and this evening will be humid with plenty of clouds, a couple of showers and thunderstorms, any of which can produce hard downpours and cause localized flooding. Our high 81. Warm and sticky later tonight, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Did you see how many Emmy nominations Netflix got? Did you see how many Emmy nominations Apple TV got? They dwarfed the more traditional networks. We'll talk about it with entertainment guru Matt Wolf, plus your phone calls. It's America at Night, each and every night, right here with me, McGraw-Milhaven. Tonight at 10 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no businesses on the South Side no more. 10 years after, kind of a variation. Come on, man. Look, back in the day when I was living on Mount Washington, which has turned into a cesspool, I would go to the South Side 2 or 3 times a week to eat dinner, no more. 30 to 40% of the businesses are gone. The good restaurants are kind of sort of gone. It's kind of risque any night after 10 or 11 on weekends. And a lot of the businesses have left there because of what I'm talking about. Crime, no traffic flow, horrible bars that allow derelicts in to sell drugs, get high, and then shoot each other. And to fix this, they want to tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no businesses on the South Side no more. So on top of already raising taxes on everyone in the city, more than 20%, now they want a special tax to screw the guy on the South Side even more. Kind of my take. The unofficial mayor of the South Side, the guy I go to for the truth, Rich Shipka. Good morning, brother. How are you? Do we have Rich?
Good morning, Marty.
Hey, brother. Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no South Side businesses no more. Fair? Fair?
That's on point. We've had the same 30 to 40 people running all these surveys, consultants, junkets to Dallas, and now they want paid for it. And there's one word that they don't like to use: results.
Yeah. Because
the results are piss poor for 7 years. 7 years.
Horrible.
And now they want paid for it.
So
this is the same group. This is the same group, Marty, that came up with the Southside Fest. They closed down the streets. The customers can't get to the other businesses on East Carson Street.
Hold on, let's get to the root of this. Hold on, let's get to the root of this crap. So they want you to pay into a fund to do the things that the government's supposed to do right now: remove graffiti, enhance public safety, and neighborhood events. Aren't they supposed to do that stuff now, sir? Now?
Yeah, we're paying taxes for it right now.
Right.
You know, and now they want a duplication of services. They love that duplication of services. They love the tax. They love the tax.
I saw this meeting going on at City Hall, and overwhelmingly, the speaker supported this. Is that accurate?
Well, that was well scripted by Bob Charland. He controlled the first 25 people going on to speak, and each one got 3 minutes. And I'm sitting there at the meeting. I said, "When do we get to speak?" And the Councilwoman Gross says, "At the end, you could have 1 minute." You know,
a minute.
So now we're going to be ready for the next hearing, but we're going to get 40% people against this anyhow, Marty. So this isn't going to happen.
So they want to put in place what's called a formal neighborhood improvement district. They want you to pay into a fund to remove graffiti, more public safety, and neighborhood events. What if you say, screw you, I'm not paying into it, which I wouldn't pay them a nickel. What happens?
Well, then they lien your property if you don't pay the tax, because they're going through the city of Pittsburgh through Bobby Charland to pass an ordinance to tax all the. Now, don't forget, Marty, there's only a 5-block area of Southside that is bad, and now they want to tax the other 30 blocks of Southside to fix the problem that they can't fix for the last 7 years.
Wow. Will you pay this, ma'am? Will you pay it?
Well, if it passes, you got to pay, but it's not going to pass.
Wow. How much will it cost you more on top of the tax increase they already passed?
Well, it goes by your linear footage on East Carson Street. So, like a 24 foot property will probably cost another $1,000 to $1,500 a year.
No,
and that's all the way up and down East Carson Street. Yeah.
No,
these people, they're so emotional. You know, you ask them if what results have you done in the last 7 years, and they get so mad they just start yelling and screaming at you.
So if a young man or woman,
and don't forget, Marty.
So hold on. So if a young man or woman is excited and they want to open a new business, because what percentage of the businesses are vacant down there?
Well, yeah, I mean, we got 30% vacancies down here.
Okay.
So how do these people can't afford to pay the taxes?
So hold on. A young guy comes in, a young woman comes in and says, I want to buy this business. Not only do they have to open the business, now they have to pay a new tax on top of the taxes and the tax increase they got put in place last year. Is that fair?
That's true. Plus the Sarah tax also.
The county stuff.
Yeah.
So they're trying to tax the hell out of you so you can't make a nickel.
They don't know that you can't tax your way to prosperity.
No, you can't, sir.
They're going the wrong way.
They are, sir.
They're going the wrong way.
Why do they always present you as the bad guy? I present you as the only guy who gives a crap, and the only guy who kind of sees this for what it is.
They go into these meetings for 3-4 years now, and they come up with these crazy plans. I have no idea how they came up with this one or the Southside Fest. And they come out, and if you oppose them,
you're the bad guy.
And they treat you like Darth Vader.
I'm paying it. I'm just not. I would go to court. I'd put it in escrow. I'd sue the crap out of them. They're going to arbitrarily tax you to do things that they're supposed to do now. Now.
Exactly right.
Public safety. So what would keep them from doing it in Oakland, and Shadyside, and East Liberty? Why wouldn't they do it in East Liberty to pay for more cops with those kids kicking everyone's ass outside of Target? Why wouldn't they start charging them too, sir? Honestly, where does it end? Honestly.
Exactly. I mean, eventually, we don't need no more politicians with badges. We got to keep public safety and politics separate.
Wow.
Whenever you mingle public safety and politics, this is what happened.
You can't let this pass, ma'am. I'll do anything to help you. This is just ignorance and arrogance. Let's tax the folks that are already struggling to pay for stuff we're supposed to do already. It's just ignorance.
It's like you're having a heart attack. They take you to the emergency room and they call in a podiatrist. They're out of their minds.
They're
completely crazy.
They need.
And then, and Marty, we were at that city council meeting last week.
Yeah.
We had 2 Main Street managers there already, and now they want to hire another one. You know, how many managers do we need? How many consultants do we need? What we need is public safety. Simple as that.
They have a nighttime economy manager at $91,000 a year. They have a nighttime economy project coordinator at $90,000 a year, $70,000. Why don't they fire them? Because they suck, and use that money to clean up the damn graffiti, sir.
I agree with you 100%, Marty. Jeez. And don't forget, let's throw in the plastic bag inspectors and all the other special interest groups' jobs, which is probably about 35% of the budget in the city of Pittsburgh.
Unofficial mayor of the South Side, Rich Chipka. Truth to power, brother. And you always bring the truth. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Marty.
How the hell would you be incentivized to open a new business on the South Side? Hey, by the way, you know, you had the county tax go up 50% last year, and then the city tax went up 20+%. Now you got to pay $2,000 more a year because the South Side sucks, and you're going to pay for it to be cleaned up. Huh? Huh? Really? Really? From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, sister?
What's up, Marty? We have an accident now. This is in the Glen Osborne Borough area. So as you're coming out of the north boroughs of Emsworth, Bellevue, and all of those places, and maybe heading to or from Sewickley, heading up toward the Sewickley Bridge, it's on Ohio River Boulevard, Route 65, right at the intersection with River Road. That's also the intersection with Beaver Road, which is kind of the back route to sneak up into Sewickley as well. Busy railroad crossing there as well, so take it easy as you travel there. Parkway West on the inbound ride, kind of heavy right now. You're backing right around the Parkway Center Mall overpass before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments in our children, in retirement, and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayElderLaw.com, GrayElderLaw.com.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
So, at Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. They help people move with less pain and more confidence. I've seen it. In fact, Physical has helped Pittsburgh get back on its feet with confidence through personalized one-to-one physical therapy and advanced balance treatment. It's amazing. The therapists use leading technology and customized care plans, focus on balance, neuropathy, and pain relief. You get back to doing the things you love safely and confidently. Call Monroeville Physical, 412-457-8200, 412-457-8200.
Buy one window, get a free unicorn. Just kidding. Are you tired of dishonest offers? I'm Brian Murphy, owner of Easy Home Exteriors, and we take your home seriously. If you need windows, roofing, siding, or doors, we'll give you fair, honest pricing the first time, every time. No pressure, no gimmicks. We'll give you a free estimate. You don't even need to be home. Call 412-678-7008. That's 412-678-7008. If you're lucky, we'll throw in a unicorn.
So, my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call him.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
So this is a hot dog. A Gleazy, but bigger. It's a hot dog, but it's a bigger hot dog. So they're calling it the Big Gleazy.
Is it Glizzy or Gleazy? You keep screwing me up.
I'm sorry. The Big Glizzy. Okay. he was.
This may be the first time Skeen's ever had a Glizzy.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Can I mention what happens in areas that need development? Historically, what happens is cities, counties, states, whatever they call them tax deferment zones. They call them TIFs. They call it tax increment financing. And what they do is, if a business wants to come in an area that has 30% vacancies, Southside, what they do is they come to you and say, Mr. Griffin, will you please open up your donut shop on the South Side? And Mr. Griffin, I'll tell you what we'll do, sir. You'll pay no taxes for the next 10 years. Patrick O'Connor joining me. Patrick, so we've kind of been around a while where cities will go into an area that has no new business, and they'll say, all right, no taxes for 10 years. The city is flipping that script and saying, if you want to come over to the South Side, which is 30% vacant, we want to tax you more, sir. It's an absolutely ridiculous way to try to attract new business by taxing them more, isn't it, Patrick?
Oh, exactly. Usually it's the incentive.
Yes.
We'll give you a break.
Yes.
Come in, set up shop, help us out, we'll help you out. Instead, you're right, it's completely the opposite.
And Patrick, sometimes they'll say, all right, no rent for 6 months, no taxes for 10 years. Hey, they'll do it for 10 years. Instead, Patrick, so the city raised taxes last year. The county raised taxes last year. And now, if you're a business that's on the South Side and struggling, you got to pay $1,500 to $2,000 more. The idea
if you want to move a large corporation, they'll jump in and do it. But if you want to move a small business, forget about it.
Forget about it. And from your perspective, Patrick, because I mentioned I used to eat there once or twice a week. I have not had a meal on the South Side for at least 10 years. You used to eat there quite a bit. When's the last time you had a meal there, sir?
It's probably been 6 months to a year.
Why?
So a little sooner, but the restaurants just aren't there anymore.
Why?
It's not. They got out.
Did they?
Because what was happening on the other end of Carson drove them out. All of the mess and all the chaos that was happening after 7 o'clock around 18th Street drove them out.
Now they have this zone there on weekends where they have IDs checked, the chaperone policy, and I haven't heard of a major event there in terms of a crime since that was put in place. I hope it works. I hope it has a long-term effect. But on the other hand, You cannot grow a district by telling the new guy or the old gal, hey, you got to pay more taxes. Patrick, for services they're supposed to provide, more cops, remove graffiti, community events. Yes, right?
Yeah. Services are already paying for.
Yes.
We're all paying for that.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It really is.
At some point, common sense has to take over here. You cannot grow business by taxing folks more. You just can't. Who controls the money? How do they make the decisions? Honestly, how do they decide to remove your graffiti or to secure your event? And how do they decide which events to pick? And here's my ultimate observation. This will be used as a template to screw folks anywhere in the city wants, to charge them more for services they're supposed to provide now. Why not use it in Squirrel Hill? Why not Bloomfield? Why not East Liberty? Why not Groovy Side on Walnut Street, where Lululemon has idiots stealing from them every single day? Why not Oakland? Why not just tax the hell out of any business in the city because you don't have the money to do the job you're supposed to do? Why? Because you can't tax the rich and feed the poor till there are no businesses no more. It doesn't work. It's never worked. It never will work. It's short-sighted. It's narrow-minded. And folks, it is flat out ignorant by definition. After the break.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
Alex Goen, patented hypnosis. Lose weight, destroy cravings. Late day binges. Stress eating, no hunger, no willpower. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Looking for an incredible Pittsburgh fresh-made hoagie? Visit Tim's Corner Market in Beachview. Fresh house-made bread stacked high with the finest meats and premium toppings and packed with Pittsburgh flavor. The hoagie you didn't know you needed at Tim's Corner Market on Broadway Avenue in Beachview. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio. March of Dimes that starts with Mom PA Military Shower helps pregnant military families have one less thing to worry about with a fun, informative, and free baby shower Saturday, August 22nd at the 316th Sustainment Command. If you're pregnant and you or your partner are an E6 or below active duty, reserve, or veteran military service member, call 412-506-8610 to join them.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
76 overcast skies now, and it's 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A flood watch is now in effect through 10 p.m. tonight. Jason Frazier with the National Weather Service outlined the possibilities on the Big K Morning Show.
We are expecting showers and thunderstorms to develop through the afternoon to early evening hours. That'll be capable of producing really heavy rain in a really short amount of period of time that could result in flash flooding. People need to be aware that a lot of rain in a short period of time can inundate streets and roadways.
So this reminder for drivers, if you see a flooded road, turn around, don't drown. Tonight's the night when PennDOT closes the Parkway East between Squirrel Hill and Edgewood-Swissvale, and to deal with detours and delays, motorists are urged to use a page at 511pa.com. They'll be able to see real-time traffic conditions and plan a commute. The closure expected to last for 25 days while the Commercial Street Bridge is demolished and replaced. Pittsburgh Regional Transit says the closure could be a good time for drivers to try public transit. With more on that, here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
As drivers prepare for tonight's Parkway East closure, Pittsburgh Regional Transit says it's making adjustments to help keep people moving, especially along the Oakland corridor. PRT CEO Catherine Kellerman says the agency is working to reduce the impact of the closure in that area.
We will temporarily suspend our construction on the PRTX University line. That means all that fun traffic that we are contributing to in Oakland, we are taking a temporary pause so things can flow a little smoother.
Riders are encouraged to use nearby stops or free park and ride lots to help avoid the heaviest traffic. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A Pittsburgh man was found dead in his parked car Thursday morning at a welcome center on I-70 in Washington County. 60-year-old Cecil Braun was discovered by a tractor-trailer driver around 8:30 a.m. The coroner's office says Braun was living in his car at the rest stop since being evicted from his residence in Pittsburgh last week. 2 dogs in the vehicle were rescued, and the coroner says Braun's death does not appear suspicious. A program for seniors in Westmoreland County has new life with a $100,000 gift from an anonymous donor. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
Due to federal funding cuts, the Open Your Heart to a Senior program from Wesley Family Services was set to end. But CEO Doug Mitchell says now it can live on.
And we worked with the donor to agree to look, let's see if we can develop funding for at least 2 years based on this $100,000 donation that they were giving us.
The program provides things like rides for seniors who need to go to the doctor's office or grocery store, or having volunteers just spend time with them at home. A similar program in Allegheny County is set to expire unless another donor comes to the rescue. David Ballarado, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow Jones is up 50 points now at 52,538. The S&P down 7, and the NASDAQ is down 105. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are opening a 3-game weekend series tonight with the Brewers. Braxton Ashcraft will start for the Bucks at 6:40. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick, 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. 76 overcast skies in the Pittsburgh area. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round-trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
JK's done it again. I'm serious. My boy JK, the Oakmont Restaurant King, has done it again. Folks are texting me, man, did you see this restaurant? Whoa. Did you check out Abode? Whoa. Marty, it's beautiful. Marty, the food's fantastic. Marty, it's home-style cooking. Marty, it's fabulous. It's fresh. It's clean. It's amazingly different. JK did it again. Check out his new restaurant in Oakmont, Abode. It is rocking.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, my friend, what's up?
Well, what's up, Marty, is they have about 10 hours left to use the Parkway East 376 in either direction near the Squirrel Hill Tunnels and the Commercial Street Bridge project. That closes at 9 tonight, but right now we're looking out live with the PennDOT cameras, and traffic is moving well on the interstate in that area. So good news as you travel there. We still have an accident being cleared on Route 65, Ohio River Boulevard. This is in Glen Osborne Boroughs, so between the North Boroughs and Sewickley and the Sewickley Bridge. You have lots of crews on the scene there at the intersection with River Road and Beaver Road in that area. Parkway West inbound definitely has some slowdowns for you on the front side of Green Tree Hill. You'll line up right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch until 10 tonight. The rest of today will be mostly cloudy and humid. Expect a couple of showers and thunderstorms through the evening hours. Any thunderstorm can produce hard downpours and cause some flooding. The high 81. Mostly cloudy, warm and humid overnight, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-719-5877 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-719-5877. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Offers are typically below market value in exchange for speed and convenience. Call for details.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Curb appeal. That's a real estate catchphrase when they want you to know a home looks really beautiful from the outside. You want the same thing anyway. Hi, this is Larry Richard for CertaPro Painters, which, by the way, each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. You're dealing with the owners. Now, there's no reason to procrastinate. All you have to do is get the professionals to do the job right from the start. And all you need to do is schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli.
The full effects of the Parkway East closure will arrive Monday morning as thousands of drivers detour around the project to replace the Commercial Street Bridge. And even if the work stays on schedule, motorists in the city's eastern neighborhoods will have to adapt for over 3 weeks. The phrase, pack your patience, is likely to be repeated so often it may become a cliche. Drivers will be challenged to stay calm, especially in the first few days of the shutdown. PennDOT is advising motorists to use a tool at 511PA to evaluate which detours to take and to do it before they get behind the wheel. Others will deal with the closure by taking a vacation or working from home. But if you're driving, remember, KDKA Radio will provide continual traffic updates in the morning and afternoon for the duration. This can be called a short-term pain for long-term gain scenario. PennDOT is replacing another of the state's deteriorating bridges. Remember the collapse of the Fern Hollow Bridge? We don't want to repeat, so 25 days of detours and delays doesn't seem so awful.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Regional Vice President Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm going to go into a publicly funded housing project next week that I will not name because I want to show you the horror of this. We will show you folks using drugs in the hallways. We will show you fecal matter, urine in the hallways. We will show syringes. We will show garbage. We'll show despicable conditions where we wouldn't treat dogs that way. And I'm going to walk in there live next week. It's dangerous as hell. Not for me. It's unsanitary, and this is how we treat human beings. We would never. What trips me out, kids say that, dude, I'm tripped out. What trips me out is when you folks freak out when we see dogs and cats living with someone with mental issues that have crap in their cages and the dogs are treated unfairly. We all freak out. Yet I constantly point out the horrid conditions where poor folks have to live and you don't give a flying rat's behind. Man, I got old ladies right now sweating their asses off in 100-degree heat because the jagoffs that run their HUD housing haven't fixed their AC yet. I'm going to play the sound from this video. This beautiful woman with her beautiful baby living in a friggin' tent because her apartment, Arlington Heights, sucks so bad. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen.
Okay, so me and baby have to stay in the tent. I have a fan in here. It's a little hot. Yeah, just me and baby. We order out food. We go to the bathroom upstairs, of course, and stuff like that, and get the things we need out the house. But we're going to stay out here until it's time to go, until they find me a place, an apartment, a hotel, anything safe other than where we're at. But this is us in the tent right now.
He's in a tent.
Come out. Come on, can you get off so mommy can show? Yes, baby, you have to get off so mommy can show. All right. From the outside.
She's an amazing
woman.
woman.
Baby's crying because she's not with mommy. That's me.
Living in the friggin' tent.
Outside my window, and yeah. Power.
This is how we treat people.
Best I can do.
If she was a dog, you'd be thinking, oh my God, how could you let a dog live in a tent? But this is a wonderful woman and a beautiful baby, and you don't give a rat's behind. I do. Arlington Heights. This is a new low. And I'll tell you what, this isn't hyperbole. Because the inside of her apartment is friggin' dangerous. Sickening. And Shira joins me live. Good morning, young lady. How are you holding up?
Good morning, Marty. Thank you so much. I could be doing better. They finally came to fix my bathroom sink and tub, which was over flooded. They won't, like, once it gets flooded, it won't drain out.
Right.
So we can't take a shower until it drains out. And of course, I'm still dealing with the mold.
Hold on. Dangerous mold all over the damn apartment. Dangerous.
Very.
It's
very. I was pregnant not too long ago, and I had a miscarriage due to not being able to clean up all this mold because I normally use a whole lot of bleach to clean it up and off my floor, and I had to leave it on the floor for so long, and I just got to the point where I'm not even going to clean it up no more. Someone needs to see what I have to keep cleaning up because they just want me to keep cleaning it up, and now I just leave it on the floor so everybody can see it.
And Shira, we treat dogs better, do we not?
Oh, I know. I've seen it, which is why I just don't understand why they even have these buildings still available to take people's money off of them. Jesus. They put they paint it, make it look so pretty on the outside and in the inside, but really, it's really killing us. Like, it's killing us. There's other ladies up here that had miscarriages, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. And, I went to a law firm, but they said they can't do anything because I didn't get an autopsy. Of course I'm not going to get an autopsy. That's my baby. God. I didn't even think like that.
Oh, my God.
And, so they're getting away with a lot of stuff because no one's getting autopsies. No one's looking into it. No one's putting two and two together. No one's doing all that. But I'm putting it all together, and I see what's going on, and it's dangerous. There's so many more people that's like me.
Oh, no, I can't wait to find them. We posted the video. They're finally paying some friggin' attention. But it makes me sick.
Yes, I had to do all of that for them to even do anything. It's been 3 years. They all told me, I'm going to move you. Here, baby, come here. I'm going to move you. I'm going to do this. I went to the higher-ups. I went to Mr. Van. I've done everything I could. I went to everybody I could. They've seen this place. They've known how dangerous it was. They still left me in here. Then my baby passed away. They still got me in here. Like, I've never been through something so bad. It got to the point where, I mean, even oh, my gosh, the people at the rent office, they changed them so much. All the managers, there was a manager that was here. She put my whole Social Security on the door.
So hold on.
Put my rent on the door.
Hold on. Is CYS now coming after you because you're living outside in a tent?
Yes, they did. They called me. I let them know. I said, listen, baby has everything. They were more concerned about me living outside the tent than me being in this hellhole. I swear to God. I swear to God. I said, you know what?
Come on,
this is crazy. You're more concerned about me being outside in a healthy environment than me being in here, and they're doing all this to me, but you're not concerned about that. Oh, well, did she have the bed? Of course she has the bed. She has everything. As a matter of fact, you can come see. She has a whole little baby apartment in her room. She has everything a kid could ever want.
Why don't they go after the people who are killing people out there? Why don't they go after the idiots who won't clean up your mold?
They don't want to do that, but they want to look at me like I'm the bad guy. No, I'm not a bad mother. I'm trying to get out of here, and they don't even want to help me get out of here. But yet they want to look at me and call me, and then I had them on record. They told me I can't even record them. Well, then you can't be in my house if I can't record you. I don't press nothing or nobody. So if you come to my house, you'll be on record.
I love your courage.
You know, thank you. I appreciate it. They just don't. They think I'm not going to use my head on this, but I will. My baby and my life is in danger.
Can you hang on? Can you hang on, my dear? Can you hold on?
Playing with me, so I have to keep it on record.
Hell yeah! Can you hold on for a minute?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is horrible. CYS now coming at her because she's living outside. She's living outside to save her baby's life. She sent me video of the inside of the apartment. I'm telling you, you wouldn't put your dog in there. You wouldn't put a cockroach in there. It's disgusting. Public housing, Arlington Heights. You should be ashamed. Someone should go to jail. This poor woman. Got to get her out of there today. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic Power Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
Marty, what's up as we continue to have an accident being cleared from Ohio River Boulevard, Route 65, near the intersection with River Road and Beaver Road. That's in Glen Osborne Borough. Do watch for that. Parkway West on the inbound ride is heavy for you right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp. And we do want to give you a heads up for the latter portion of this weekend and into the next few weeks. A reminder that because of Picklesburg, the Roberto Clemente or 6th Street Bridge and the Andy Warhol or 7th Street Bridge will be closed. That's starting at 8 on Sunday night, this coming Sunday, the 12th, through Tuesday, and that's around the clock, July 21st. They'll reopen things about 4 p.m. on the 21st. With AAA Traffic, I'm Edlin Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina with your KFC weekend weather update. On Saturday, expect mostly cloudy skies with high humidity and the chance of a passing thunderstorm. The temperature will reach 81 degrees. Introducing the KFC $10 bucket of the day deal. Now every weekday, you get a different bucket of crispy, crunchy chicken for just $10 each. 24 nuggets, $10, 8 piece, $10, 10 wings, $10, 8 tenders, $10. Only at KFC. Prices and participation may vary while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. A Comer & Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer & Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer & Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer & Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
Calvin, you know what I love most about this job? That moment when the job's done. Maybe it's a new roof, upgraded siding, or a deck that makes you want to be outside, and you see that look on the customer's face.
Yeah, man, that never gets old. The care, the clean work, no shortcuts. And that's just how these Cousins have been doing it ever since Grandma's garage.
And that's not changing. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
Folks, appliances are big purchases. That's why I recommend Voss TV and Appliance, family owned since 1960. Megan, Tracy, the entire Voss team are experts. They know appliances and TVs inside and out. They take the guesswork of shopping and provide helpful advice before, during, and after your purchase. Having knowledgeable people on your side that you can trust matters. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful or take months to do. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, you skip the showings and repairs and get right to the closing table. For a quick, fair cash offer, visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you washed that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Sniff the difference.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwick Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Jumpin' July savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, boneless pork loin chops or roast. Buy one, get one of equal or lesser value for free. In the produce department, sweet Northwest cherries are $1.98 a pound. In our deli, Lana Lake's American cheese is $5.99 a pound. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Pierre's ice cream, 48-ounce cartons, $3.99 each.
It's all happening now at Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, so me and baby have to stay in the tent. I have a fan in here. It's a little hot. Yeah, just me and baby. We order out food. We go to the bathroom upstairs, of course, and stuff like that.
All right, that's a cheer up. This amazing woman who's in a tent outside of the friggin' Arlington Heights apartments, government funded, where they treat people like dogs. No, I'm sorry. They treat dogs better. And cheer up. You didn't do this because you like outdoor living. You did this to save your kid's life. Let's be blunt, right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. That's exactly why I did it, because there is no other reason why I would not. I mean, I had to come up with this idea because I had to force their hand. I've been forcing their hand for a very long time. I stopped paying rent for 3 years. When I was paying rent, they weren't doing anything about it. I stopped paying for 3 years. Owed them like $17,000, and they still would not take me to court. Then they finally did, and they didn't show up. And then they finally send someone over here to find out what's on my floor 3 years later. Hooping and hollering. 3 years later, they found out what's on my floor.
Let's make you the bad guy. Let's make you the bad guy.
Yes, make me the bad guy, but they don't want to tell me what's on my floor. Then I tell them, wherever you send me at, make sure that my house is healthy. They did not do that.
Don't they have kids?
Oh, guess what? CYF is here right now with the cops. Excuse me, I have to go. I have to go grab my camera.
All right. You need to get them to transfer you today. You need to tell me what's going on, okay? All right, my dear.
I'm sorry.
All right. Wow. Whoa. That's happening right now. Wow. So, CYS saw the video, heard this conversation. Hey, can we grab Patrick real quick, then I'll get to these calls. Patrick, this is not newer news, this disgusting treatment of folks living in this friggin' government-funded housing, these projects. Yes, sir?
No, we see this all over the place. It's not just Arlington Heights.
She's not
pretty much.
She's not shooting a friggin' video in a tent to get attention. She's trying to save her kid's ass.
Exactly, and then CYS coming after her.
Now, she sent me a text earlier that they agreed to transfer her. We'll see if that happens. And they're there right now, as you can tell. And I don't want to get dragged into their madness by having them on the air with no permission. But this is going to happen. We're going to get her out of there today. John, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Marty? How are you today?
Big John, what's up?
Hey, so let's keep it real here, right? Yeah. This has been going on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Number one, why is this lady trying to have kids?
All right. I don't like you already. You're going to make her the problem. And it's her fault that she had a baby, that she lives in a mold-infested apartment. You're the jagoff. I ain't taking your side. You want me to start going out into the suburbs, sir? Into Westmoreland County and Fayette County and talking about people having babies that shouldn't? If you want me to, I will. This is about treating people like people, not dogs and cats. Go listen to someplace else, sir. Have a heart. So it's her fault. She had a kid. Oh, okay. That's what I hate about some Americans. James, go ahead.
Yes, Marty. 2 instances. In 2650 Center Avenue, Allegheny Plaza building up on the Hill District.
Yeah.
When I came home to work on trying to get custody of my daughter and I lost her to adoption, I was placed at the 2650 building on Center. I chose to move out after I was blessed with a car. It was better that I lived in the car, is what the health department here in Allegheny is.
Hold on.
To live.
So you were better off in a car. It was that disgusting. You were better off in a damn car.
Marty, I could meet you and show you the pictures. They're on my phone.
All right. Hold on. We're going to get your number. I got to go. I'd love to see the pictures.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, There are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
When Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
My retired friends are going back to work. I'm worried. Social Security won't be enough. BenefitsCheckup.org connected me to $1,000 a month for food and medicine. It's free. Visit BenefitsCheckup.org today.
Supported by the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
76 with overcast skies. It's 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Many Jewish Americans say they no longer feel safe in the United States, according to a new national poll. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The AP Nord poll finds many Jewish Americans say they feel less safe in the U.S. since the October 7th Hamas attack in Israel. The survey found 6 in 10 Jewish Americans believe prejudice against Jewish people is a very or extremely serious problem in the United States today. 3 in 10 say they or someone in their household experienced harassment, assault, or property damage because of their Jewish identity in the past year. The poll also found only about 1/3 currently feel safe, while a similar share say they feel unsafe. Additionally, 4 in 10 say they are now less likely to wear or display items that identify them as Jewish. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
If a dinner party or a cookout is on the weekend agenda, you'll want to take extra care to avoid a parasite making life miserable for people in at least 18 states. ABC's Jim Ryan has more.
The CDC is trying to trace the source of the cyclosporiasis that has sickened over 1,000 people in Michigan alone, but with cases reported in 17 more states. The best way to avoid the fatigue, stomach cramps, and severe diarrhea that comes with cyclosporiasis is to thoroughly wash your hands before preparing food and to thoroughly wash the fresh produce you're preparing.
So far in 2026, Pennsylvania has 28 cyclosporiasis cases. 11 of them are here in western Pennsylvania. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 119 points at 52,606. The S&P is up 15 points, and the NASDAQ up about 13. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:31. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Between the daily demands of work, family needs, running a household, and more, you deserve some real relief at the end of the day. At the Original Mattress Factory, we have a wide variety of mattresses that are built to provide the ultimate in comfort and relief when you need it most. Mattresses that are hand-built locally using high-quality materials. Mattresses that are sold factory direct to offer you a great value. Mattresses that are designed to provide real relief to real people like you. Visit an Original Mattress Factory location today and get the rest you deserve tonight.
I'm talking with John Diagardi of Rome Monument about something he feels people should avoid. John, can you elaborate?
I sure can, Rob. When a loved one passes, their spouse and relatives are under stress. They feel pressure to get things taken care of quickly.
Is that not a good idea?
Not when it comes to the monument. Rob, when the funeral is over, when everyone goes home, the monument is the one thing that is permanent. 50, even 100 years from now, that monument will still be there. Families need to take time to make decisions about the best way to memorialize their loved one.
John, how can families avoid making a costly mistake?
People shouldn't make quick decisions under stress that they'll regret later. For over 80 years, Rome Monument has helped thousands of families create a lasting tribute to their loved ones. And when you're ready, Rome Monument will be there.
Great advice, John. Friends, visit one of Rome Monument's 9 showrooms or learn more at romemonuments.com.
Hope is not a strategy. Investments are not a retirement strategy. Market volatility, rising taxes, healthcare costs can quietly erode a lifetime of savings if you're not prepared. This is Brian Quaranta at Secure Money Advisors. We're helping families every day create structured retirement income plans designed for clarity, stability, and long-term confidence. To learn more, you can claim a copy of my book, Right Track Your Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Support St. Anthony school programs and help students with special needs achieve their full potential through inclusive education, therapy services, and job skills development. Serving students ages 5 to 21 with Down syndrome, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. Find them within select Catholic schools in the Pittsburgh area, including a post-secondary program at Duquesne University. For over 70 years, St. Anthony school programs have empowered students of all faiths to live independently and contribute meaningfully to society. Learn more or donate at StAnthonyKids.org.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have a couple of accidents out there causing some pretty major tie-ups on area roads. 65 northbound. As you're coming past the interchange with I-79, you're going to find slow-go traffic the whole way out toward the intersection with River Road and Beaver Road. That's in Glen Osborne. There's an earlier accident that's being cleared there, and it's causing some very heavy backups as crews remain on the scene. Looks like we have an accident for you as you are heading out toward Murraysville on 22, approaching the intersection with 286. You'll find very heavy traffic there. Basically, that starts not long after the turnpike overpasses and Old William Penn Highway as you head out in that direction. Coming inbound on the Parkway West, you have heavy traffic at the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Traffic's moving well in both directions near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch is in effect through 10 this evening. The rest of today will be mostly cloudy and humid with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm or two. Any thunderstorm can produce hard downpours and cause localized flooding, the high 81. Then mostly cloudy, warm and sticky later tonight, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Did you see how many Emmy nominations Netflix got? Did you see how many Emmy nominations Apple TV got? They dwarfed the more traditional networks. We'll talk about it with entertainment guru Matt Wolf, plus your phone calls. It's America at Night, each and every night, right here with me, McGraw-Millhaven. Tonight at 10 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Whoa. So I reached out to one of my boys, Harold Shepley, who's a brilliant guy, but he's also compassionate and pragmatic and really helps folks who are kind of screwed up financially. And he's on hold here, but I want to throw these numbers. Here's why I called him. I could feel this vibe, and it's actually spot on. So, the auto delinquency rates, the auto loans. Wow. Roughly 6% of auto debt is 90 days plus delinquent. Repossessions have surged past 11 million annually. Hold on. The highest rate is crazy in over a decade due to interest rates and insane costs. Credit card delinquencies. These are the big three. I'm getting to homes next, then Harold. Credit card debt sits at roughly $1.25 trillion, with the 90-day delinquency rate on credit cards rising to 13%. Wow. And the big one, foreclosure filings have climbed to a multi-year high. This is crazy. Currently sitting 14 to 26% higher year over year. It's crazy. So what's my point? If you're breathing out there, you know what's going on. There's this crazy financial, the walls are closing in. And it's real, and it's credible, and it's legit. And honestly, because Harold is so good at what he does, he feels this and knows this before anyone else. Good morning, sir. How are you, Harold?
Doing great, Marty. Glad to see you're back.
It's good to be alive, right?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Yeah, it was a scare. And by the way, I love you for your support, man. You've always been like this. You care a lot more about people than you do about many, many other things that don't matter, but this does. I kind of laid out what's happening with credit cards, cars, and home foreclosures. This is real, isn't it, what's happening, isn't it, Harold?
Oh, it's very real, and I'm seeing it every day. I would have to say at least minimum of once, if not 2 or 3 times a day, I am seeing a car repossession on a consult that I'm doing with a client or a potential foreclosure. So I literally see it every single day.
What's new about this squeeze? Because I'm feeling everywhere I go, whether it's the cost of groceries, the cost of dinner, the cost of gas, the cost of travel, all these things are kind of conflating to create this angst and insane financial pressure, yeah?
It is. And what's happened is obviously inflation has hit everything across the board, and no one has had time to adjust. Matter of fact, in some cases, it's been the reverse. You know, not only are you hit with additional costs when you go to the grocery store or the gas pump, but now, you know, your job is getting downsized or you're making less money. So, you know, people as a rule haven't had an opportunity to even try to adjust their budgets to accommodate it because, you know, they made the tragic mistake that a lot of people do, and people feel stuck doing it. They rolled their old car payment into their new car payment. And sooner or later, if you continue down that path, you will be calling me or another bankruptcy attorney. It will happen.
Plus, my man, it's insane. I'm in a car dealer sitting with a guy, and I'm looking over at one of those Tahoes, which is like $100,000, which is insane. And I said, what is that a month? People are paying $1,800 a month. Come on, Harold. That's a house payment. So they're getting it over their head with cars they can't afford. Then they don't get a raise, or they get laid off, and then they lose the car, right?
That's exactly what's happening, because everyone lives according to their budget at that moment. And then when all of a sudden they're making less money, or the things around them are costing more, or both, now they're in a bad situation.
Harold Shepley, hey man, what's your best advice when you start feeling this pressure?
Well, a lot of people out there aren't going to like what I'm about to say, but you know, when I'll go into different churches and organizations, and I'll give them advice and counsel, and one of the things I'll tell them is, just be going through their budget generally, and they'll say, well, and I'll be talking to them because, we also, besides bankruptcies, we do a lot of debt negotiations, a step before people have to go that far. And as I'm talking to them, and I say, okay, and, well, I have just pick a number, a $1,200 rent payment.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't afford it, then you need another place to live.
Yeah.
And I mean, they just look at me and then they're startled. But my car payment's $800.
No.
Right, and you need to get a different car. So whatever your situation is, if it's too much, then you need to do something different. And filing bankruptcy or doing debt negotiation is a solution.
Yeah.
It can get you back on track, because honestly, if people have doubled or tripled into their car payments, they kept rolling one car into another. Honestly, either a bankruptcy or a debt negotiation that we do for people could literally be their solution. But the whole idea is, go and sin no more. Let's get you out of debt. Let's get you back on track. And now you got to live within that budget. And if that means you don't have the fancier car that your neighbors have, so be it. I drive a RAV4.
No,
that's what I drive.
Yeah, my man, you and I, twin sons of different mothers. I'm very pragmatic about this stuff, but most folks, honestly, Harold, they want some miracle from you. They don't want the truth, do they, sir? Oftentimes.
No, it's very hard, and for some people, when we do have a conversation, it is a reality slap. And I said, hey, you called me for advice. You called me to help you get back on track. It's tough love, but I'm here to take care of you.
What are the questions they need to ask themselves before they end up in your office saying, "My man, I got to go bankrupt, or I got to get the hell out of this debt"? What do you ask yourself? What are the warning signs, brother?
Well, I guess since we're on this theme of vehicles, I guess I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
And that's the fact that when you go into a dealership, all they want to talk about is the payment. And you don't want to get stuck in that trap, because that payment sometimes they'll drag it out for 72 months.
Yes.
And it's like, it's got to be more about the interest rate. It can't just be about the payment. It's got to be about how long are you paying this. You got to calculate all those factors into it. It just can't be, hey, can you handle this payment? And don't ever get caught into this trap. Doesn't happen so much with cars, but it happens a lot with people who are buying mobile homes, which is this is an out-and-out lie that people hear all the time, because I hear it at least once a week.
Yeah.
Well, they told me if I bought this mobile home that, I know the interest rate's a little high, but, I could refinance it in a year.
Why?
No.
Who would do
you're
that?
Not going to be, you're not going to be able to refinance it. They lied to you.
Yes.
So now they're trapped in this high payment that they honestly, because they're not financial gurus, they took that person at their word that they'd be able to refinance it, and you can't. You can't.
Harold Shepley, common sense, from a wonderfully pragmatic attorney who knows this game better than anyone I know. My man, thanks, brother. It's great advice.
Absolutely. See you soon.
He'll get you to a place where you have some sort of comfort rather than feeling like everything's collapsing all day long. And a lot of folks are feeling that way these days. It's a rough time, man. It just is. There's a lot of things have conflated into one and creates this crazy angst. $1,800 a month car payment ain't helping. And that's kind of common. Calling the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we still have very heavy traffic if you're trying to travel 65 Ohio River Boulevard northbound away from town towards Sewickley. And you'll get into heavy traffic right after the I-79 interchange with 65 all the way out to the scene of the accident at River Road, and also Beaver Road intersects with 65 at that point. Parkway West inbound is sluggish right around the runaway truck sand pile before the Fort Pitt tunnels. 28 southbound is heavy around the 31st Street Bridge. And if you haven't made your plan yet, you might want to do so. Check out 511pa.com to get your knowledge about the detour routes. The closure of the Parkway East at the Commercial Street Bridge project happens at 9 tonight. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan, to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
So, my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call him.
Did you see that UFO last night?
Is it real or is it AI?
How about the aircraft carrier floating down the river?
Nowadays, it's tough to determine what's legit and what to believe.
I know it's true because it was all over my feed last night.
But when it comes to news, depend on Pittsburgh's original news source since 1920. The Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Milo's Money Days are here, and we're making it rain for rewards members. For the first time ever, when you make a purchase of $200 or more through July 12th, you'll get up to $30 back in extra Milo's money. Not a member yet? Join for free today, because members get more at Lowe's. Milo's Money Award varies based on status. Members in Gold get 30, Silver get 20, and Bronze get 10. Milo's Money valid for 30 days. Restrictions and more terms at Lowe's.com/Milo's Money Days.
Does your ginger beer suffer from a lack of bite and spice you expect from a ginger beer? Do your Moscow mules taste watered down? Then find yourself Jamaica's Finest ginger beer. Made with all natural ginger root oils, Jamaica's Finest provides you with that clean, intense ginger flavor you expect. Aromatic and spicy as if you were biting into a fresh piece of ginger, Jamaica's Finest ginger beer is refreshing on its own or perfect for any back porch beverage. Sure to become a permanent fixture in your Frigidaire, look for us in any Giant Eagle or Giant Eagle Market District. The gold standard of ginger beers, Jamaica's Finest.
Are you ready to take a walk on the wild side and have some family fun? Get to Living Treasures Animal Park in the Laurel Highlands. Living Treasures has animals from all over the world. With over 300 animals you and the family will love. Their concession stand is now open weekends for family fun. Stay at the Log Cabin Suites with up to 6 bedrooms available. Plan your staycation today at funanddonegal.com. Living Treasures Animal Park of the Laurel Highlands, where animals are loved.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regained their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
Rick from Irwin suffered for 14 years with peripheral neuropathy from an autoimmune disorder. He was super skeptical when he came in. He had been going to doctor after doctor, and they told him there was nothing that could be done. After qualifying Rick for our program, utilizing our FDA-approved, most powerful equipment on the market today that's non-invasive, no surgeries, no drugs, we were able to get him almost 100%.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers helped Rick. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for a free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
Tickets for Kids will host a Dress Big Happy Hour on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. in the Casamigos Club at PPG Paints Arena. Join sports celebrities and TFK's friends from the ticketing, nonprofit, corporate, and foundation communities for a silent auction, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and the chance to play carnival games on the arena floor. For tickets, go to the events link at ticketsforkids.org.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. AHN is having one of its leaders move from running one hospital to two, as Dr. Alan Clapper, who is currently president of AHN Wexford Hospital, will now also hold the position of president at AHN's Grove City Hospital. He succeeds Christopher Clark, who will continue to serve as president of AHN St. Vincent Hospital in Erie and Westfield Memorial Hospital in Westfield, New York. The Grove City Hospital joined the AHN network in January of 2020 after the health provider acquired the Mercer County facility from Grove City Medical Center. Also, Carnegie Mellon University announced Fujitsu Limited is now a corporate tenant of the Robotics Innovation Center. Back in April, the Kawasaki Japan headquartered company and CMU revealed a partnership to research robotics and artificial intelligence at the RIC, dubbed the Fujitsu Carnegie Mellon Physical AI Research Center. Now, Fujitsu will become a full corporate tenant of the $100 million, 150,000 square foot center, the second after startup Field AI announced plans to take up a presence earlier this year. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
A lot of moving parts in this talk show. Alonzo, please play that clip with that wonderful woman in the tent outside Arlington Heights Apartments.
Okay, so me and baby have to stay in the tent. I have a fan in here. It's a little hot. Yeah, just me and baby. We order out food.
All right, so this wonderful woman who was forced to protect herself and her kid, quite frankly, from toxic black mold, moved into a tent outside the apartments.
Go until they find me a place.
Then we posted that. It's going viral. CYF comes to her door, actually, while we had her on the air. And I wanted to see how she's doing. And Shira, how are you?
Yes, I am fine. I had to get them people out of my house, but they came to check on baby and make sure she's okay. But I had let them know on the phone. They said I can't record. I said that's fine, but I'm letting y'all know that, yeah, everything is, mentally recorded. But y'all, we're recording. But,
So are they, because I got some messaging that they finally agreed to transfer you to another apartment. Is that accurate?
Yes, they agreed to transfer me, but what they did not agree to, and I told them that if you do transfer me, I need proof that that place is healthy. They don't want to show me proof of that, and they don't want to show me what was wrong with this place. And that is my right to know what was wrong environmentally with this place. And y'all have this information, but they don't want to share it with me.
So they really won't tell you about the nasty black mold that's all over your apartment?
Yeah, they don't want to tell me about that. Then they don't want to tell me if the new place is healthy, air-wise, nothing. They just want to hide it and keep hiding it and keep hiding it. So I'm like, okay, this is the games we're going to have to play.
Well, what we want to do is protect you and your baby and the others there. Are they going to move you despite their ignorance, or are you stuck there?
They said they're going to move me, but again, I'm still here until they actually do so. And they still haven't, again, showed proof that wherever I'm moving, if it's healthy, or are they just going to put me somewhere else where it's not healthy and pretty white walls up until we find out that it's not healthy, you know? So that's what type of time they seem to want to be on. They want to sugarcoat everything. And,
All right, well, we're in the middle of this now. I'm not going to let that happen. I think you're amazing. I love your courage.
Thank you so much.
I love your intellect. I love the fact that you give a damn and you're documenting everything. And we're in it to win.
I'm trying so hard, and it's hard.
It is.
But they're giving me blues, and I had to show them. I said, look, come on in my room. My daughter has everything, so my freezer has everything. So don't try to think that this is a situation where you can just try to take my child from me, or like it's your damn fault. Yeah, they're asking me all kinds of questions. I'm like, well, it's not my fault. It's their fault. So
They should
if
go
you're
at
gonna
them.
help me,
They should go at them.
Yeah, if you want to help me, go at them. If you want to really help me, or do you really want to help me, or do you just want this beautiful child?
Right.
Did you see?
I'm all in. I'm all in. Thank you.
Yeah. So I said, well, good luck, because she has everything. And I mean everything.
I'll do anything
Actually,
to help
I need
you,
a
my
bigger
dear.
house so I can give her even more.
Thank
you. So, so good luck on that. She just doesn't have a healthy house. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on in.
All right.
Yes,
I'm all in. Wow. I love that woman.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's.
Spain is the tournament's top seed. A beautifully balanced side built on fluid possession, led by a creative playmaker who unlocks defenses at will. La Roja's depth across every position makes them the team to beat.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
78 with overcast skies at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Tonight's the night when PennDOT closes the Parkway East between Squirrel Hill and Edgewood Swissvale. The closure expected to last 25 days while the Commercial Street Bridge is demolished and replaced. City Council member Barb Warwick's district includes Squirrel Hill and parts of Oakland, and she's anticipating significant traffic disruptions as a result of the closure. On the Big K Morning Show, Warwick joked that her constituents have experience dealing with detours.
I think that at this point, especially in Squirrel Hill, that's sort of my main business district in District 5. With Charles Anderson being closed for so long in Panther Hollow, traffic is kind of what's for breakfast in District 5 these days.
And she's urging neighbors to add extra time to their commutes. One of the mayor's top priorities to make Pittsburgh government more user-friendly is moving forward. With that story, News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
If you've ever ordered a pizza online, chances are you were able to follow it from the moment the order was received at the shop until the pizza was actually delivered through an online tracker. Mayor O'Connor says that is what they base the new permit tracker on. Not only will this new tracker allow the developer to track a permit, but anyone interested in a given project can also follow along. While it doesn't sound sexy, reforming the permitting process has been a priority since the day O'Connor took office, saying the process was in need of streamlining and the companies looking to invest in the city needed a process that's simple to follow and not one that's full of red tape. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
In a social media post today, President Donald Trump says he will not sign the recently passed housing affordability bill. ABC's Stephen Portnoy explains.
The 21st Century Road to Housing Act would exempt certain projects from environmental reviews, expand financing for affordable housing, and restrict large institutional investors from owning more than 350 single-family homes. It passed in both houses with scant opposition. But President Trump says he won't sign it, quote, in protest of the Senate's refusal to pass the voter ID and citizenship requirements of the Save America Act. If he doesn't veto the bill by midnight, it will become law without his signature. That sort of thing hasn't happened in nearly a decade.
A Pittsburgh man was found dead in his parked car Thursday morning at a welcome center on I-70 in Washington County. 60-year-old Cecil Braun was discovered by a tractor-trailer driver around 8:30 a.m. The coroner's office says Braun was living in his car at the rest stop since being evicted from his residence in Pittsburgh last week. 2 dogs in the vehicle were rescued, and the coroner says Braun's death does not appear suspicious. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 118 points at 52,605. The S&P ahead 14 now, and the NASDAQ is up 18 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates are opening a 3-game series with the Brewers tonight. Braxton Ashcraft will start for the Bucks at 6:40. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03, 78 and overcast in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. You're going to get help here. What's stopping people from filing bankruptcy? My friend Harold Shepley has the answer.
So many times people, they want to pick up the phone. They know they need help, but they're afraid of losing their car, afraid of losing their house. They're worried about their credit, or they're just simply embarrassed. And bankruptcy helps you keep those things. We can get your credit back in just a few short months. And believe it or not, about half of your friends have already filed bankruptcy.
Check them out at ShepleyLaw.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Folks, you know how I feel about CCAC. I know 2 nurses right now, no debt, working right now at UPMC CCAC grads. Check this out. They also offer 17 degree programs and 15 certificate programs completed online through their virtual campus. They cover the same content as on-campus or hybrid classes and are taught by CCAC faculty. Check it out. CCAC rocks.
We're talking with Joe Sobulis from Highwood Cemetery. Joe, I read a story recently about a local cemetery that had run out of funds and was struggling to pay for its upkeep. How did this happen?
Some cemeteries eventually become full and can no longer sell grave sites to generate income. How will those cemeteries pay for their continued care? The cemetery may or may not have a fund for this purpose. In the story you mentioned, that cemetery is no longer selling property and its care fund is almost depleted. Now they're struggling to pay for upkeep.
How can families be assured that their grave sites are being cared for now and in the future?
Highwood Cemetery exists to serve the public rather than make a profit. Our $1 million perpetual care fund is managed by a fiduciary to ensure that the care of the cemetery will be as it is today for generations to come.
And you can learn more about Highwood Cemetery by calling 412-766-6600.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch is in effect through 10 this evening. The rest of today will be mostly cloudy and humid with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm or two. Any thunderstorm can produce hard downpours and cause localized flooding, the high 81. Then mostly cloudy, warm, and sticky later tonight, low 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You see Don Yealy there, my man, on VMix? From UPMC? Yes? Yeah. Don Yealy, Chief Medical Officer for UPMC. I hate to say we told you so, but we told you so. There's a couple things, and I'm not going to drag him into my opinions. He's just a brilliant doctor. But I'm going to opine here for 1 second. There's a couple things that irritate the hell out of me. The guy that doesn't water his plants and says, why did my plants die? The guy that runs out of gas because he doesn't believe in gasoline. The guy that dies from cancer because he doesn't like the fact that chemo makes him sick. The parents whose kids drop out of school because mom and dad don't believe in education. They think they'll learn it by putting their hands on the books. And then the idiots who refuse to get vaccinated. And now kids are paying the price. And, man, I've been preaching this. I've been calling Don Yealy about this because he's brilliant and way ahead of the truth about vaccination and being prudent. And now we've got everybody and their mother, I'm exaggerating to make a point, these friggin' measles cases. And I'm going to grab Don Yealy, the chief medical officer for UPMC. Sir, be honest with people. If I asked you even 5 years ago, Dr. Yealy, do folks in America get measles anymore? What would you have answered, sir? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Don, we can't hear you, sir. Sorry. Don? Nope. Nothing. No audio, sir. Don, why don't we try calling? 866-391-1020, 866-391-1020. Please, 866-391-1020. While he dials in, stuff happens. No big deal. He's just as relevant when he's on a phone line as he would be if we could see him. It's just sometimes we have little technical glitches. There he is. I'm going to ask him the same question. Good morning, sir. There we go. We got you.
I apologize for the snafu there, Marty.
No big deal. So, same question. If I asked you 5 years ago, Dr. Yealy, have you seen any measles cases? What would you have said, sir?
5 years ago, I'd say, Marty, I haven't seen a measles case in 20 years. I remember it from the beginning of my training, but it hadn't happened. And we had come as close to eradicating measles as possible. And we did that in large part because we had fairly effective and widespread measles vaccination programs. It's very safe and it works really well. The world was already beginning to change 5 years ago. So if you had asked me, do you think that'll continue? I would have been worried. Now you and I can see the reality of that worry.
You know doctors that have never seen a measles case, sir, don't you? Until now.
Absolutely. Most younger physicians, and by younger I mean anybody under 40, likely has not seen that very often, particularly if they don't have a primary infection-related practice. But that won't be the reality. In Pennsylvania alone, we have over 100 cases of measles this year.
Come on.
People will say measles is not a big deal. Your child will feel lousy. About 10% will have to go and stay in a hospital.
Whoa.
And of that 10%, another 5% might have serious illness and some die.
Wow.
Not a lot, but are any worth it? The complications, particularly in the lung, are not trivial. And measles spreads quickly. It's why the vaccine is effective. It really dampens the fire pretty quickly.
You've mentioned this before. It really spreads easily, does it not, sir? How's that happen?
The biology of the virus is such that it just attaches to people quickly. If we had 10 people in the office that I'm sitting in right now, and they had no immunity to measles, and someone put their head in the office and said hi to us, 9 of them would get measles.
Wow.
That's in contrast to, influenza or even COVID now, where maybe a couple of people would pick it up. It's highly infectious. Every time we have an exposure like that in a healthcare setting, we go to great lengths to find everybody who came in contact and what their immunization status is. because it's so infectious.
So Lancaster County is kind of the epicenter of this. They've got a ton of cases, about 60 schools reporting vaccination rates well below the threshold. In many, check this out, in many of the schools, fewer than half of the kindergarten students were vaccinated against the disease. That's, and I'm just assuming this, sir, has to be an anti-vaxxer kind of narrative. Yes, sir? Yeah?
Well, it is people who maybe for good reason had question about, all the care that their child gets.
Yeah.
But I'm fearful that they didn't get the right information. Those communities also have a lot of people who, for religious beliefs, may not be able to do that. The plain communities are one like that. But obviously, it's way more than that. This vaccine has been around a long period of time. It's exceptionally safe, and it does a great job.
Wow. 7 counties, sir. 2,200 cases reported in South Carolina and Utah. This has to be concerning to you, does it not, Dr. Yealy?
It is. And I'm hoping that it's a wake-up call, not only for measles vaccination, but for many of the other infectious diseases that are around. There are a lot of illnesses that were focused in children that you don't hear about anymore. Pittsburgh was the epicenter for vaccination. We started the eradication of polio by developing the vaccine. That was just picked as one of the top medical miracles in the 20th century.
Yeah.
And here we are forgetting that lesson.
Hey, Doc, can I or my wife or my kids, do we have access? Just call your physician, boom, show up, get a measles shot? How's it work, sir?
If you went through a primary series and you're otherwise healthy, you may or may not need to have a booster on this. The measles vaccine is so robust that not everybody needs a booster on it. It's why we're focusing a lot of the activity now in children to make sure they get through that initial set of vaccinations, and then also in people whose immune system may need a little extra reminder. But yes, the first step is have a conversation with your physician, whoever your provider is, and say, hey, I'm worried about measles and what my personal protection is. What's the next best step? It's an easy vaccine to get.
Dr. Yealy, who actually was insanely helpful when I was sick as hell and in ICU in the last couple of weeks. This is a personal question. I had pneumonia. My wife said to me, hey, honey, should you get the pneumonia vaccine? What should I do, sir? Honestly, I don't know.
At our age, Marty, I think you should get the pneumonia vaccine. That helps fight off a bacterial infection, which is different than measles, which is a viral infection. But it's the same basic principle. Get your body, get your defenses in order before you get pneumonia. Now, there's not a vaccine to prevent every singular type of pneumonia. There's hundreds of different bacteria or viruses that can cause it. But what you can get is a vaccine that does most of the common ones. We called, when I was first training, pneumonia was the old man's friend because it was often the segue to death. You can actually avoid that now. You don't have to have death by pneumonia now.
My man, it's great information. We're just trying to get people to protect themselves and their families. Again, when's the last time you thought measles is gone forever? 20 years ago, sir?
5 years ago, it was gone, but I was fearful it was going to come back because at that point I hadn't seen it in 20 years.
Wow. Wow. Don Yealy, the best. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
It's on you, folks. It's all on you.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's that time of year when people consider updating their windows. How long has it been? They don't open or shut properly? The screens are gone or ruined? It's worth a call to check in with Rick Fish, the owner of Specialty Window and Door, in business in Pittsburgh since 1980. Now Rick is offering $50 off per window and $200 off any entry door. If you want real experts, not just general contractors who do it on the side, visit specialtywindowanddoor.com.
Had a family member grab me and said, we just left Julian Gray's office, and he changed our lives, the way we think about investments in our children, in retirement, and protecting assets. Julian Gray gets it. And here's the other thing. He cares. They will protect you, your family, your future. It's amazing. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com.
Amazon Business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin, with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks.
Hey, Calvin, you know that feeling when summer's finally on its way? Everybody's outside, grills are going.
Yeah, but that's when you notice what winter did to your home. The deck boards are warped, the roof's missing shingles, the siding's faded.
That's where we come in. No pressure, no surprises. Just good, honest work so you can enjoy the season that you earned.
We're ready when you are. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
We went to a gorgeous high school graduation party. They had beautiful custom cakes, beautiful custom cookies, all handmade, all bespoke, all of it special order from Oakmont Bakery. Now's the time to do that. And this is the place to do that. They're ready to make your perfect cake. OakmontBakery.com for trendy designs. Check it out. Delicious.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
JK's done it again. I'm serious. My boy JK, the Oakmont Restaurant King, has done it again. Folks are texting me, man, did you see this restaurant? Whoa. Did you check out Abode? Whoa. Marty, it's beautiful. Marty, the food's fantastic. Marty, it's home-style cooking. Marty, it's fabulous. It's fresh. It's clean. It's amazingly different. JK did it again. Check out his new restaurant in Oakmont, Abode. It is rocking.
When it comes to family law, a lot has changed in recent years, so assumptions can be costly. If you see or sense a change coming in your family life that could have legal implications, it's important to know where you stand. Getting good legal advice early is never a bad idea. I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. If you or anyone you know is facing a family law issue, start with a consultation. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Life-saving. Literally. Life-saving. Life-changing information. UPMC.
Everything you need. Every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What's up? The vaccine thing. You know what? I have never turned down the vaccine, ever, for anything. They saved my life with immunotherapy and chemo and radiation. I never said no. They saved my life. Again, I was in ICU. My blood pressure was 60/40. If anyone knows that stuff. I had sepsis. And for what I'm told, you're kind of dead low blood pressure. And they saved my life with insane IVs with antibiotics. Seriously. And so to hear that folks are blown, I kind of listen to the experts. I call yearly. I have doctors that save my life with chemo and radiation and immunotherapy, which was all experimental, the immunotherapy. And now I wanted to ask Don Yearly about the pneumonia vaccine because my wife mentioned it last week. 60 plus, I'm told you're supposed to get it, and I'll get that. What are we doing here, ma'am? Somewhere along the way, and I want to bring Patrick into this, we saw this movement during COVID where everybody decided that vaccines were dangerous, right? And Patrick, obviously it's continued on, hasn't it?
It has. And really, it even started before COVID. It was trending because of people's autism fears about vaccines.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
So
a lot of that's been debunked. There is no link between autism and
You're really
vaccines.
good on this. He's in Arizona and Phoenix. He's been incredible team member because we got new info coming out of there. So Arizona kind of considered to be rather conservative. I'm looking at vaccination rates. They sit below the national average, which doesn't surprise you, does it?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. In fact, Arizona trends very much lower in vaccines across the board.
It's interesting you should say
a
this.
lot of it's because different communities, like the Native American communities, there's lower access to health care in some of these places.
And
there's
conservative
less compliance
and conservatism.
There are also a lot of people who don't trust them.
Yep. Check this out. To Patrick's point, Arizona permits personal and philosophical exemptions. I did not know that. Consistently rank in the bottom 20% of U.S. states, Patrick. Does that surprise you at all?
Yeah. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Just seeing how it's laid out. And, we've seen this even parts of Pennsylvania.
No, you're right.
We have the large Amish clusters
well,
that
Lancaster,
don't get vaccinations.
Lancaster has this explosion of measles cases, to your point.
Yep. The Amish, the Mennonites,
no, you're
a
right.
lot of communities like that don't. And that's also why you see those explosions in Ohio and also
right.
parts of Texas.
It's also kind of weird, my man, for you and I to be talking about measles, because you heard Yearly said, I thought it was gone forever. And here we are. It's kind of goofy, isn't it?
Yeah. But, having a child who was raised in the last, 15 years in elementary and middle schools, there were large groups of parents who were completely anti-vax. They didn't want their children to have any vaccinations of any kind.
Hey, have you heard about the efficacy? Because I really wasn't made aware until I'm in ICU. My wife says maybe you should get a pneumonia vaccine. Have you heard about that much?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, my mother-in-law got one a couple years ago.
All right.
I did it during COVID. Because I'm a type 2 diabetic,
yes, you are.
And when we didn't know a whole lot about it, we knew there was pneumonia that was coming up because of COVID.
Yeah.
But they've since determined that it has no link to the regular pneumonia.
I can't let you go to break without. What's the temperature right now in Phoenix, outside of Phoenix?
It's 97 right now.
Oh,
which
nice!
Is a lot better than it was yesterday.
It's a cool breeze. What was the high yesterday?
118.
No, it wasn't.
It was 118 outside my front door.
Wow. Is that a record, brother?
And I did the little thermometer looking at the pavement.
Yeah.
It was 154 on the tile pavement.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my driveway was 154 degrees.
Oh, man, you got it. Let's do that every day if you get a chance. If you just shoot a video for me, I'd like to post all that, okay?
Sure.
154 on the pavement. Wow. Which, by the way, it's interesting to talk about, but if you put your dog on that, man, they could burn their paws big time, right?
Yeah, and in a couple of minutes, you can get second-degree burns.
All right, folks, we'll be right back.
Yeah, serious.
Hi, I'm Peter Sagal. When we were growing up, my two brothers and I just loved our Uncle Ted. He was like a really cool big brother who always brought around the best toys and took us to the best places and with whom we always had the most fun. It was odd, though, when we got older, to realize he wasn't nearly as outgoing and adventurous with other adults. I found out much later that this might have had something to do with the ostomy bag he wore ever since he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease as a teenager and had part of his lower intestine removed. Theodore Skolnick, my Uncle Ted, died last year at the age of 80, never having once mentioned his illness to me or my brothers. He left a large bequest to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation to help fund better treatments for these diseases and also to help other people, old and young, seek and get help for the situation that he was never able to talk about. Don't feel you need to hide your Crohn's or colitis. Go to spillyourguts.org to learn more about the treatments available and even find a specialist. That's spillyourguts.org.
I'm pediatric allergist Dr. Carla Davis. If your child has asthma, let's take a breath together and talk about it. Does your child need to use a quick relief inhaler or a breathing treatment more than twice a week to treat asthma? Has your child repeatedly awakened at night due to coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath? Have you taken your child to the emergency room, urgent care, or hospital for asthma symptoms? Has your child missed school because of asthma? If you said yes to any of these questions, it's time to talk to an allergy and asthma specialist like me, who understands how difficult and frustrating it is to see your child struggle with asthma every single day. The good news is there are new ways and new medications to help you and your child take control of asthma and live an active life. If you feel your child's asthma is not under control, go to controlyourasthma.org.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 81 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. An arrest has been made in a shooting in Fayette County. 41-year-old Jimmy Lee Bradley allegedly shot someone outside of his apartment on Titus Place in Uniontown. The victim was struck in the arm. Officers recovered multiple firearms at the residence of the suspect, who is prohibited from owning firearms. Bradley is currently being held without bond. He's charged with attempted homicide. With the closure of the Parkway East tonight, a city council member assuring constituents steps are being taken to prevent detour gridlock. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen has more.
Councilmember Barb Warwick, whose 5th district includes Squirrel Hill and parts of Oakland, says additional police officers will be in place to keep detour traffic moving when necessary.
There is a plan not only for directing traffic and for the police, but also, of course, for the rest of public safety, right, to make sure that our ambulances and fire and all of that can get where they need to go.
Even still, Warwick says her neighborhood is anticipating a lot of traffic congestion from the Parkway shutdown. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
An historic Hill District landmark is getting new life. The first phase of the new Granada Theater's revitalization is now complete. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
The new Granada Theater first opened nearly a century ago as a gathering place for Black Pittsburghers, hosting live music, community events, and later movies. Now, Hill Community Development Corporation CEO Marimba Malayan says Phase 1 of the restoration is complete.
The historic Pythian Temple facade and the Art Deco marquee that you see here have been restored. The building is fully stabilized, powered, life safety systems are installed. It is the active home of the University of Pittsburgh's Community Engagement Center on the 3rd floor.
She says the next phase will focus on future community spaces, including the Savoy Ballroom and a black box theater. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 129 points, the Nasdaq up 50, the S&P 500 up 19 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:32. Our next update is at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the curator of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Michael Krause.
Corporal John J. Pinder, Jr. of Allegheny County received the Medal of Honor during World War II near Colville-sur-Mer, France, on June 6, 1944, also known as D-Day. Corporal Pinder landed on the coast with the 16th Infantry under devastating enemy machine gun fire, which caused severe casualties among his boatload. Carrying a vitally important radio, he was hit by enemy fire in waist-deep water and gravely wounded. Pinder delivered the radio and made 3 more trips recovering other equipment from the surf. On the last trip, he was wounded again, but aided in establishing vital radio communications before he was hit for the 3rd time and killed.
Consider a tax-deductible donation. Visit soldiersandsailorshall.org for more information.
In ICU at UPMC, there were 5 doctors in there in the first hour I was there, and nurses 24/7, and they saved my life again. No disrespect for outside the state medical coverage, but it's not close. It doesn't even begin to describe the treatment I received at UPMC. There isn't a person in there, from the person who wheels you down to the CAT scan to the MRI, that doesn't want you to live and thrive. And they did it again for me at UPMC. The best health care in the world. Life-saving, literally. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-719-5877 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-719-5877. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Offers are typically below market value in exchange for speed and convenience. Call for details.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch through 10 this evening. The rest of today and this evening will be humid with plenty of clouds, a couple of showers and thunderstorms, any of which can produce hard downpours and cause localized flooding. Our high 81. Warm and sticky later tonight, though 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Did you see how many Emmy nominations Netflix got? Did you see how many Emmy nominations Apple TV got? They dwarfed the more traditional networks. We'll talk about it with entertainment guru Matt Wolf, plus your phone calls. It's America at Night, each and every night, right here with me, McGraw-Milhaven. Tonight at 10 on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
My boy Patrick is in Arizona, and I love having him out there. It's actually a great perspective. But can we just be real about something? 118 degrees sucks, okay? By the way, he's in an insanely beautiful house. I'm jealous as hell of his pool and the mountains behind him. I'm not disrespecting where he's living. But stop the crap that 118's a dry heat. Screw that. 118's 118, Patrick. 118 is 118 and 154 on the cement, dry or not, is hot as hell, isn't it, sir? Can't hear you.
Vibes at the devil's anus.
Thank you.
It's hot.
It's hot. Florida hot. Jungle hot. It's dry heat. Good luck with that. All right, I want to play this clip. I talk about downtown a lot. And I was sent this clip. This happened yesterday. And with it, I was sent the question, would you want, and people think I pick on downtown. Truth to power, man. The facts don't lie. Would you want your daughter working downtown right now if you heard this happened downtown? Listen.
Going to the 7-Eleven, 601 Penn Avenue. Employee called in. There were 3 teenagers trying to shoplift. They are no longer on scene, but they did spit on her and threw a slushy on her, so she would like to speak to an officer.
One more time, play them.
Going to the 7-Eleven, 601 Penn Avenue. Employee called in. There were 3 teenagers trying to shoplift. They are no longer on scene, but they did spit on her and threw a slushy on her, so she would like to speak to an officer.
How about that? Huh? No, really. Your daughter says, honey, I got a summer job. Where? 7-Eleven downtown. Okay. And then this happens. And by the way, at one point, the CVS downtown, and Patrick can confirm this, 7 times in one day, 10 times in one day, incidents like this, Patrick, it was that bad. Endemic, sick, out of control. Can't hear you.
Hey, that CVS was getting hit.
And forget your daughter. Patrick, would you want your son working in a business where these idiots spit on him and threw slushies on him? Would you want him in that environment?
Absolutely not.
No way.
What's coming next?
Right on. Stabbing, shooting, just beat the hell out of him.
All it takes is one person.
One person, one incident. I'm constantly beat up by folks who have a stake downtown that we spread negativity downtown. All right, and fix it. I've been pushing the mayor's office and his press person, Molly, who's a rock star. There are these 2 bathrooms they paid, $1 zillion. They're beautiful. And the plan was, and Patrick, you can attest to this, people always complain there's no bathrooms downtown. So the city takes this Recovery Act money, Biden money, and they put in these gorgeous bathrooms right there on Smithfield, right, Patrick? Smithfield?
At Mellon Square Park.
Yeah. That gorgeous park. And at first glance, they're actually gorgeous. And they had some kind of timer in them. You couldn't stay in there. Was it 15 minutes or 20?
Yeah, it was like a 15-minute timer. And at 15 minutes, the door would unlock automatically. So you had to get in, get out.
And so
we thought, around in there, do your business.
We thought, okay, this is cool. Well, here we are. First, we get a video that they've been desecrated, decimated, toilet paper, syringes, poop on the walls, what you would expect from folks who don't give a damn about themselves or other people. And now, Patrick, and I'm checking with the mayor's office because they promised me they'd be opened 3 Thursdays ago. Still not open. So 3 weeks into this, no bathrooms at all. I ain't picking on the mayor's office. I'm blaming the idiots who are given an opportunity to have a clean bathroom and they destroy it. But Patrick, it proves, we've seen this downtown. Unless you have a cop with a gun, seriously, man, standing outside the friggin' door, and even then it's not a guarantee. If you put a bathroom downtown, it's going to get junked.
If you put a bathroom without someone physically standing there monitoring it, it's getting trashed. That's what, $1 million project? Yep. Literally getting flushed down the toilet?
Literally. I was initially told they had some issues with the water pipes. All right, we're 3 weeks into this, man. Fix the damn pipes. I want to know why. And Molly with the mayor's office, she's a rock star, and she'll find out. And by the way, she's as irritated about this as I am. What happens is we say, all right, we have a solution. We'll give folks a place to use the bathroom. It's clean. It's modern. It really was nice. And they ruin it. Totally ruin it. Totally destroy it. Is that in Sheridan, the woman from Arlington Heights? Is it, Alonzo? Yeah. Yeah. And Max is my boy. He's been on this. He shot pictures again this morning, and it's still closed. And so what do you do, man? By the way, this is why half the damn restaurants downtown won't let you in there unless you buy something. Drug addicts overdosing in their bathrooms. Does she want to come on air? Huh? Something happened? Oh. Hold on, I should check. I just want to check. My dear friend is here who's at Arlington Heights apartment. The poor thing was living in a tent. Are they going to get you, my dear, into a better unit today?
I hope so. I really do. I hope that's what they're going to give me. They didn't give me no proof of a better unit, but they did give me a unit, but they didn't give me a safety proof of it. Actually, safety and proof.
Where is it?
Safe.
Where is it? Where is it, sweetheart?
They told me that it was Allegheny Dwellings. It looks like a little place like this. I've never been over there, so I'm not sure. But I hope it's not as old as this one, because if it is, it's probably not as safe.
Well, if I were you, I'd give them the benefit of the doubt on this and look at it. And if it's unsafe, reach out to me and we'll go at it again. Okay?
I surely will. I'll definitely give them the benefit of the doubt, but hopefully they'll prove that it's safe. Give me some paperwork that it's safe. They still haven't given me paperwork on this place on what's going on here.
No, I'm with you.
I'm just here trying to get answers, and
I respect your courage. Keep pushing and use us to fight with you. Keep me in the loop, all right, my dear?
I surely will, Marty.
All right.
I surely will. Thank you so much.
I love her. I love people like her. I love her courage. I love what the hell she's doing. And I know we're bouncing around, but she's important to us. The issue downtown. So the city says, let's put in these beautiful bathrooms right there at that Mellon Square Park, which is gorgeous. The bathrooms are beautiful. And within a month, destroyed. And now they've been closed for 3 weeks to fix a pipe. Can't blame the city. Can't blame the big government. You can't put $75 an hour cops standing there with guns. I don't know what the hell to do. I really don't. I don't know what the hell to do. When you can't trust human beings, just use the damn bathroom and leave without destroying it. I don't know what you do. The restaurants won't let you in. Why? Dead bodies in their bathrooms from overdoses. Folks having sex in the bathrooms. I'm being blunt. I wouldn't. I don't want you in there doing that. I don't know what you do. I'll let you know what the city says about opening these bathrooms again, but I'm not optimistic.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Wow, the Medicare stuff, confusing, stressful, planning is difficult, it can be expensive. Check this out. I love MediConnect. They can talk Medicare. It's easy to follow. You can be confident in your coverage. Folks, I trust them. They've had great success. There is no cost for their help. They're local. Their advisors are live. Seriously, in your neighborhood. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Give them a call.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Milo's Money Days are here, and we're making it rain for rewards members. For the first time ever, when you make a purchase of $200 or more through July 12th, you'll get up to $30 back in extra Milo's money. Not a member yet? Join for free today, because members get more at Lowe's. Milo's Money Award varies based on status. Members in Gold get 30, Silver get 20, and Bronze get 10. Milo's Money valid for 30 days. Restrictions and more terms at Lowe's.com/Milo's Money Days.
So my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call him.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Stop smoking, no cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Walk in a smoker, walk out free. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 23rd. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-619-3377. That's 800-619-3377. 800-619-3377.
Are you ready to take a walk on the wild side and have some family fun? Get to Living Treasures Animal Park in the Laurel Highlands. Living Treasures has animals from all over the world. With over 300 animals you and the family will love. Their concession stand is now open weekends for family fun. Stay at the Log Cabin Suites with up to 6 bedrooms available. Plan your staycation today at funanddonegal.com. Living Treasures Animal Park of the Laurel Highlands, where animals are loved.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Bitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The Trump administration looking to create its own airline, but this carrier will be run by the Department of Homeland Security in order to accommodate round-the-clock deportations of people who are in the U.S. illegally and for those who choose to self-deport. Boeing, meantime, adding another production line for its bread-and-butter 737 MAX jets. That'll make 4 in all. Boeing says it'll gradually ramp up output and add workers, but it won't say how many. Shares of Boeing pretty much unchanged today, while elsewhere on Wall Street, stocks are now seeing very modest gains. That's following the blowout trading debut of South Korean memory chip maker SK Hynix. That's got the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P each up about 0.5%. And oil is lower at $71 a barrel. And there is a new #1 fast food chain in the U.S., according to this year's American Customer Satisfaction Index. Ending an 11-year run at the top for Chick-fil-A, America's new favorite fast food chain, Jersey Mike's Subs. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Leo Greta for dinner tonight. Leo Greta. Leo Greta. Why am I saying this? I sent the owner a text. His name's Greg. He's just a badass. He does everything, man. I sent him a text last week. I said it's the best gnocchi, whatever the hell you want to call it, in America. It's fabulous, man. Don Carnegie. He asked me why I'm saying this. We went to New York, and you're kicking their ass, gnocchi-wise. Check it out. I was also texting with Rico, who's this wonderful, wonderful man who owns all the slices, and then he owns this fabulous new Italian restaurant, also in Carnegie. And he wanted to let me know that the restaurant's kicking ass, and he's doing incredibly well. But and this is actually, by the way, relevant. He says, why? We've got this restaurant that we started that is all homemade, all handmade. He's working 16-hour days. He's in the kitchen. And people love it. I brought the whole family there. And my kids and wife loved it. And Rico is about as cool a man as you'll ever meet. Lucatino. All his own money, all his own time. And he says to me, I don't understand why people go on Facebook and destroy my restaurant and others. Rico, it's the bane of my existence. So if I make a post that reaches 2 million people, which we do, it happens a lot. We reached 30 million people last month. 1% of those people, if you were giving them all $1 million, they would bitch about the taxes. There's this underbelly of cockroaches that sit there drunk or high in their underwear in their mommy's basement, and they just find something to hate. What I suggest to you is what I do myself. F them. You do you. Do great food, great service, family environment. Bring your sons in there to watch, and the good will rise to the top. I tell the same thing to all my boys that own businesses. Don't get caught up in the hate. It's the 1%ers, the cockroaches. They live in the gutter. They thrive in the gutter. Don't let them drag you into the gutter. You be you. Stay great. For some folks, though, for some business owners, and I know it gives Mark Sorreo a rash at Oakmont Bakery. They get very angry. You got to find a way to manage that, or you'll choke on it. You just will. Most people are out there working their asses off doing great things. Just remember that. Stick to that.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
Life-changing is happening every day at UPMC.
I was inspired to become a nurse because I love serving others. I think I've always related best to kids. To build trust with kids, it's making things fun, have everything be less scary. Nursing is definitely a team profession. I cannot imagine doing what I do anywhere else.
That's life-changing medicine at UPMC.
Big box appliance and TV stores move volumes of product. They're not focused on you. You know who is? My friends at Voss TV and Appliance are family-owned and customer-focused since 1960. Rick, Matt, the entire team, experts. They know appliances and TVs inside and out. Voss has a huge selection of brands. Their own team does delivery and installation. And Voss's prices are amazing. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed.
My retired friends are going back to work. I'm worried. Social Security won't be enough. BenefitsCheckup.org connected me to $1,000 a month for food and medicine. It's free. Visit BenefitsCheckup.org today.
Supported by the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at StraightTalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 82 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. Trust PJ.com. Tonight's the night when PennDOT closes the Parkway East between Squirrel Hill and Edgewood Swissvale. The closure expected to last 25 days while the Commercial Street Bridge is demolished and replaced. City Council member Bob Warwick's district includes Squirrel Hill and parts of Oakland, and she's anticipating significant traffic disruptions as a result of the closure. She says that she joked with her constituents about having the experience dealing with detours.
I think that at this point, especially in Squirrel Hill, that's sort of my main business district in District 5. With Charles Anderson being closed for so long in Panther Hollow, traffic is kind of what's for breakfast in District 5 these days.
She's urging neighbors to add extra time to their commutes. One of the mayor's top priorities to make Pittsburgh's government more user-friendly is moving forward. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has more.
If you've ever ordered a pizza online, chances are you were able to follow it from the moment the order was received at the shop until the pizza was actually delivered through an online tracker. Mayor O'Connor says that is what they base the new permit tracker on. Not only will this new tracker allow the developer to track a permit, but anyone interested in a given project can also follow along. While it doesn't sound sexy, reforming the permitting process has been a priority since the day O'Connor took office, saying the process was in need of streamlining and the companies looking to invest in the city needed a process that's simple to follow and not one that's full of red tape. David Bolorado, News Radio KDKA.
In a social media post, President Donald Trump says he will not sign the housing affordability bill. ABC's Stephen Portnoy has more.
The 21st Century Road to Housing Act would exempt certain projects from environmental reviews, expand financing for affordable housing, and restrict large institutional investors from owning more than 350 single-family homes. It passed in both houses with scant opposition. But President Trump says he won't sign it, quote, in protest of the Senate's refusal to pass the voter ID and citizenship requirements of the Save America Act. If he doesn't veto the bill by midnight, it will become law without his signature. That sort of thing hasn't happened in nearly a decade.
A Pittsburgh man was found dead in his parked car Thursday morning at a welcome center on I-70 in Washington County. 60-year-old Cecil Braun was discovered by a tractor-trailer driver around 8:30 in the morning. The coroner's office says Braun was living in his car at a rest stop since being evicted from his residence in Pittsburgh last week. 2 dogs were also found in the vehicle, and they were rescued. The coroner says Braun's death does not appear to be suspicious. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 118 points, the Nasdaq up 64, the S&P 500 up 20 points. KDK Sports, Pirates open a 3-game series with the Brewers tonight. Braxton Ashcraft on the mound for the Bucks. First pitch at 6:40. KDKA Radio News Time, 103. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for an affordable health insurance plan tailored to your needs. Right now, cloudy and 82 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Running a small business is a daily balancing act. One late shipment, one price hike, one employee issue, and your whole month, maybe the entire year, could be in trouble. That's where LendSeek comes in.
I needed $100,000 fast to keep up with inventory demands. LendSeek had me funded the same day I applied. Between their AI platform finding the fastest deal and a dedicated funding specialist guiding the process, it couldn't have been easier.
Our AI-driven platform matches your business with the right program from over 100 funders, up to $2 million in as fast as 24 hours. Don't wait until it's too late. If you've been in business at least 2 years with more than $500,000 in annual revenue, qualifying is simple. No collateral, no out-of-pocket costs, no hassle. From lines of credit, term loans to revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply in minutes at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch until 10 tonight. The rest of today will be mostly cloudy and humid. Expect a couple of showers and thunderstorms through the evening hours. Any thunderstorm can produce hard downpours and cause some flooding. The high 81. Mostly cloudy, warm and humid overnight, those 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So the cops are gearing up. This is where we're at right now in this city. The cops are gearing up because the teens have announced a rowdy takeover of the Highland Park pool. Oh, he's on VMix. The Highland Park pool, which the city just did a hell of a job beautifying, spent a lot of money, good for them, beautified the park. And honestly, when's this takeover? Let me make sure I read this correctly. And they're calling all teams to come there and raise hell, kick some ass if they can. This is where we're at. What day is the takeover announced? Homewood Pool takeover, July 11th. Okay. That is tomorrow. So today's the opening. Tomorrow they're going to try and shut it down. Kids with masks and covering their faces and gang signs. July 11th, all ages Homewood Pool takeover. I don't know where the beginning, middle, and end is. This is an epidemic across America. It's created fear to the point where Target is talking about pulling out of both downtown Pittsburgh and East Liberty. I don't know how it ends. But I tell you, I reached out to one of my boys, one of the best in America, who deals with the best of the best and the worst of the worst and kind of finds a way to find comfort and peace and a plan. Dr. Christian Conti, I sent him and begged him to kind of, while he was at Rikers Island, so you know what he deals with, if he could come up with some kind of metric or template or kind of philosophy on how the hell we deal with teens with no direction and no plan other than havoc. Dr. Conti, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, listen, this is a scary topic. It's a topic that understandably elicits emotions from all of us.
Yep.
It's because it's chaos, and chaos produces fear.
I got a couple theories on it. I was told by a couple guys that know this inside and out that these kids are a product of COVID. About a third of the kids in the minority-driven communities dropped out of school during COVID. About 80% of them have one-parent households. And so now we have kids with no education and no real parental controls who are acting in a random fashion. And then, Doc, throw in social media where they're trying to gain clicks, and you have this combustible, caustic situation going on in America. It is scary and unsettling, isn't it, sir?
It is. And listen, sometimes we overthink things. And one of the things I would call all the adults' mind back to is this: consequences shape behaviors. So if there aren't rapid, predictable consequences, then the consequences that the kids are utilizing or they're reacting to that's shaping their behavior are the clicks, or the social media status. But if the rapid, predictable consequences were, for instance, people who are organizing these things, being able to, prosecute those people that are putting this together, being able to hold young people accountable. I think it's less to do with our emotions, understandably, want us to already think the most severe things. I get it. It's scary. If you have young children and you're walking your young children out and all of a sudden that could impact on the rest of their lives. Right. So, yes, it is scary. But we need rapid, predictable consequences because without them, we're not going to make changes.
Hey, Doc, so you're at Rikers Island in New York. One of the most difficult places to try and make a difference with, could I describe them as hardcore criminals? Is that fair, sir?
It is. Yes, it's fair.
And how do you rationalize?
These guys are tough.
How do you rationalize a lifetime of behavior with guys that might be in prison for a lifetime and offer them opportunity to change? Because they started out where these kids are right now at some point, did they not, sir?
Okay, so they did, but here's something that's really wildly interesting. For people who are actually serving life sentences, their behaviors, the way they interact, the way they move about a prison is entirely different than the people who are in there temporarily. I remember before Graterford closed, it turned into SCI Phoenix. They replaced it with SCI Phoenix in Pennsylvania. Right. So maximum security prison in Pennsylvania. But at Graterford, I was doing a podcast at the time with Ray Lewis, and we went in and did a live podcast in Graterford with guys who were lifers.
Yeah.
Marty, these guys, one of the things that they said that just impacted me profoundly was, look, once we realize that this is where we're going to be for life, we don't need guards telling us how to operate. This is our life, so we're going to make sure that there's order and predictability and peace. So the guys who are truly in there for life, my goodness, if you have guys who are in that level, then they can regulate that behavior. It's when the young kids feel like they have to keep proving themselves, when they don't see a future, when they have no idea what's going to come next, then they contribute to that chaos. That's why we have to have predictable consequences.
So I'm going to use two examples. There's a Lululemon in Shadyside, rather expensive leisure wear, as you know. My man, about 15 to 20 teens stormed the place last week, just stormed it, and beat up the salespeople and stole $3,000 worth of stuff. They went into a new store that was opening in the same area in Pittsburgh where Target is. They literally tried to beat a salesperson at a high-end makeup store to death with a sign and ran out laughing. About 200 of them descended upon this area in East Liberty where there's billions in investment in yuppies and million-dollar condos and threw rocks and fireworks at cops. No arrests, sir. Couple of people handed over to mommy and daddy. I'm serious.
Yeah, I don't understand the no arrests. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I would just tell you from a psychological perspective, it's we don't want to overcomplicate it. If they're not getting arrested and they don't have consequences, then what would in the world would possibly stop them from doing it more? And people can get on, they can have opinions, and they can talk till they're blue in the face. At the end of the day, the reason why you and I don't touch a hot stove is we know that we're going to be burned. That's it. That's why you don't touch a hot stove. And once you understand there's going to be a consequence, that will shape how you act.
So, Doc, when I was their age, we would stand under the street light on Noble Street and Shadyside and figure out what to break, steal, or set on fire next until I was arrested for stealing cars. And then my father grabbed me by the neck and literally kicked me in the ass and said, "This stops today." I was punished for a year. I had to paint an entire house, and then my grandmother's house. My mother, who's Italian, didn't speak to me for what seemed like 10 years. And then I was sent to Central Catholic, which changed my life forever. Actions, reaction, change. With parentless kids, with no guardrails, what the hell do we do, ma'am? You can't blame this on the cops, brother.
No, I mean, it's ridiculous. I think it becomes an easy out to blame police. And first of all, when we just think of blame, we're not getting to an answer. It's outside of blame. Let's just figure out what's happening and fix it. First of all, police are the first people we were called to. We asked for help for. So it is bothersome, troublesome when I see people constantly knocking and putting down police, because everybody. When something goes wrong, they're going to need the police. Instead, I think we need to look at, like you said, you got arrested. You learned a life lesson. I'm in anger management. I was in Rikers yesterday. I'm in the maximum security prisons all over. And you know why? Because when I was a kid going into high school, my mom was a teacher. And my mom said, there were lots of fights at the high school I went to. I almost said it, but in the Pittsburgh area. And so I was in this high school. There were lots of fights, and my mom said, "I better never find out that you ever watched a fight and didn't break it up."
Whoa.
So as a skinny ninth grader, I remember jumping in and breaking up fights. And the kids would be like, why are you doing that? Why are you breaking it up? And I was like, because I'm not going home and telling my mom I didn't break it up.
That's
I'm not going to face her and say I didn't do it. And then, it ended up shaping my life.
Yes.
But it shaped behavior, because you say, okay, well, I'm going to answer to someone. And these children, I feel for them that they don't have the parents there. But for whatever parents are there, there is a responsibility. If you have a child, there is a responsibility to teach that child. When your child comes into the world, they don't come equipped with all the answers.
No, sir.
They're literally, I remember walking out, I had a PhD and we had our daughter, and I was like, I can't believe they just let us have this child. Like, what do we do? This is, and that was 21 years ago. But you think, how can this happen? But you have a responsibility to figure it out and provide structure, provide consequences. Children need limits.
Dr. Christian Conte, let's be real here. There is an evolution here that's obvious. If you have 15-year-olds committing felonies with impunity, they end up, let's keep it real, without someone jumping in the way and grabbing them by the neck and saving their ass, they end up in Rikers, sitting in front of you for life.
Yeah.
Do they not, sir?
They do. They do. They do. They definitely do. They end up in these maximum security prisons for the rest of their lives. And it's entirely unfortunate.
It's an American
but you're right,
tragedy.
without a past. Do you know, I'll tell you a story that maybe if there's a young person even listening, maybe if there's a parent having a young person listen to this. There was a young man I worked with in the late 90s, and I remember that he shot at his ex-girlfriend's house when they had a party. He didn't hit anybody, but he ended up going to jail for attempted murder. And I was sitting in the county jail with him, and I go in those rooms like where the lawyers can go in. I'm just sitting, he and I. He is bursting into tears knowing he has 10 years in a state prison ahead of him. And as he's sobbing, this is what he said to me. He said, I wish my mom would have given me, I wish she would have grounded me sometimes. Whoa. This was his words. He wished his mom, because he knew she never gave him consequences. He never learned. And then when he did face them, so all of these young people, Marty, I have sat with people who've had their third strike in California, and they faced 25 to life. These grown men, tough as can be, when no one else is around, it's just me and them in a room, they will break. It's a visceral crying. It's a visceral, like, this will now be my life. And you can't go back. So I always say emotions come and go, but actions cannot be undone. Words can't be unsaid. So we've got to teach that message to young people.
Christian Conte, my brother, the best there is. Truth to power, sir. Thank you, man.
Let me get one plug in for my dad's new book. My dad has a new book. It's called This Is Not Your Practice Life, Volume 2. This Is Not Your Practice Life, Volume 2. It's a great book. Wow. And I'm so proud of my dad with this book. It's excellent. This Is Not Your Practice Life, Volume 2.
The legend carries on. Thanks, brother.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Truth to power. That man is great.
A flash flood warning has been issued for Butler County, Lawrence County, Mercer County, and Venango County, effective until 4:43 p.m.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. We're talking with Joe Sabulis from Highwood Cemetery about cemetery care. Joe, can you please explain your perpetual care fund to us?
Sure. A perpetual care fund is a trust established by cemeteries to ensure ongoing maintenance of burial grounds and mausoleums forever. We set aside 15% of the sale price of burial lots and other cemetery items. Income generated from this fund is used to cover costs like mowing lawns, road repair, and other essential upkeep after all the remaining burial plots have been sold.
So people with lots at Highwood Cemetery can be assured that there are sufficient funds to maintain the cemetery in the future.
Yes, at Highwood Cemetery, our perpetual care fund is in excess of $1 million. A third-party trustee, a fiduciary, is responsible for managing the fund. Everything your family has at Highwood Cemetery will be protected by our perpetual care fund.
You can learn more about Highwood Cemetery by calling 412-766-6600.
Have you or a loved one recently needed nursing home care? This can be very expensive, and you could lose your life
savings without proper planning. The attorneys at Julian Gray Associates have helped thousands of families navigate these difficult situations. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
Hey, it's Pony back to talk about my guys from Comer and Cross. If your garage floor is cracked and stained, you already know that it's making your entire garage look bad, and a bad epoxy job makes it look worse. With one easy call to Comer and Cross, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You can get a quick estimate for a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor that you will love, just like I love mine. A Comer and Cross garage floor, gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. In just one day, Comer and Cross will fix all your cracks and pits perfectly. They'll apply the gleaming new Comer and Cross concrete floor you choose. They'll even move your stuff out of the garage for you. Several realtors now say a Comer and Cross garage floor can increase your home's value by up to 10%. With over 2,000 five-star reviews and 50% off installation right now, what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR right now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or schedule us at COMERcross.com.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice, the village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Plus, it's an exceptional retirement value with a flexible entry process and affordable rates. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Take a walk around your house, and unless you've had CertaPro painters paint your exterior recently, you're thinking the same thing. I need to get rid of that drabby paint. I did this with CertaPro painters, and wow, what a difference. Get the job done right because you're working with the owners. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated, and I love that. And 70,000 five-star reviews can't be wrong. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
If it weren't for my parents, I would have been a career criminal. I was kind of, we created this romantic world. We did. We were teenage boys. We were know-it-alls. We were tough, all that crap. We romanticized it, glorified it, stole stuff, broke stuff, lit stuff on fire. Seriously, ignorant, ridiculous stuff. My parents saved my life. If they weren't around, who knows? My brothers and sisters never did anything. They were wonderful, but they couldn't control me. I was a complete jag-off. No, don't know what it was. I had this compulsion to do something idiotic, and here we are. Mom and Dad saved my life. First time I got arrested for stealing a car, my father looked at me like, you were such an idiot. And then he kicked me physically in the ass, and it all went downhill from there. I went to court, juvenile court. A poor mom cried for like 2 months, but changed my life forever. Never did it again. For the folks that don't have that, they're screwed. I'm going to grab Mad Max.
Yes, sir.
So I've been talking about these bathrooms downtown. I got to go to break here. In Max, there's no one better than Max. There's no one smarter, more assertive or aggressive, or tied into the intel of the heartbeat of the city. And he just went into one of these disgusting bathrooms. Can you call us at 1:35, sir? Because people want to hear this, and I'm going to post your video. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Max. It's unbelievable. And I'm texting with Molly from the mayor's office. I love her. She gives a damn. She's just as frustrated as everybody. She can't believe they paid all this money for these beautiful bathrooms for people to destroy them, and that's what they've done. And here we are. Steve, go ahead. Quick.
Oh, hey, Marty, I liked your comment with the parents preventing a career criminal.
Yep.
I'm 70 years old, and that kept me on the straight and narrow.
Yep.
You know, I think you're right. It's the whole problem, and if that's a missing part of the equation
it is
nowadays, and it's turning really critical now.
It is.
You're 100% right.
It is. There are literally millions of kids in the same place I was. I'm serious. Literally, 15-year-olds who want to be criminals and think it's funny. It's not. But what I had, they don't have. My parents were nuts about saving my ass, and they did. Saved my life, literally. I was headed for it, man, because I thought it was cool. It wasn't. And we're creating millions of kids with no space and no place to go but jail, in prison, or death.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
As parents, we have a million things running through our minds. Playdates, checkups, groceries, laundry, diapers, work, carpool schedules, picture day, swim team, did we mention diapers, birthday parties, meal prep, lost permission slips, dentist appointments, and the dog that still needs to be walked. So it's easy to make a mistake. Oh, I forgot birthday candles. Sit tight, hon, I'll be right back. We say we'd never put our kids in danger by leaving them in the car alone. Oh, wait, since when are candles not on the baking aisle? But never happens. And temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you, and every time you park the car, stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cloudy and 82 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The Shaler man is accused of making threats against a member of Congress. We have more from News Radio KDK's David Bolorado.
32-year-old Robert Hlavchek is named in a 12-count indictment on a number of charges as federal investigators say he made a series of online threats against a member of Congress whom they are not identifying. The indictment says Hlavchek, whom they say has called himself a Nazi and a white supremacist, made threats on YouTube comment sections, allegedly saying in one he would conduct a mass shooting wherever that politician was standing. He allegedly said in another he would put a bullet in the lawmaker's head, saying that member of Congress is not American. If convicted on all counts, Hlavchek could spend up to 90 years behind bars and face up to $3 million in fines. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
Pack your patience. We'll be hearing those words a lot once the Parkway East closes tonight at 9 o'clock. The 25-day closure could potentially be a source of road rage for some motorists. Dr. Christian Conti, an expert in anger management, says if another driver upsets you on the road, be mindful of your language.
You cannot amp yourself up really angrily if you're like, this car is driving slower than I would like.
And he says the same rule applies if the roles are reversed.
If you do cut someone off in traffic and they get mad, a really quick, I'm so sorry, my bad. That would be really helpful to be disarming.
More than 100,000 drivers of the Parkway East on a typical day. If a dinner party or a cookout is on the weekend agenda, you'll want to take an extra care to avoid a parasite making life miserable for people in at least 18 states. ABC's Jim Ryan has the details.
The CDC is trying to trace the source of the cyclosporiasis that has sickened over 1,000 people in Michigan alone, but with cases reported in 17 more states. The best way to avoid the fatigue, stomach cramps, and severe diarrhea that comes with cyclosporiasis is to thoroughly wash your hands before preparing food and to thoroughly wash the fresh produce you're preparing.
So far in 2026, Pennsylvania has 28 cases, 11 of them here in western Pennsylvania. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 149 points, the Nasdaq up 50, the S&P 500 is up 21 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, warmer weather in Pittsburgh means storm season. It's here. Winds, rain, unexpected damage. The question isn't if it can happen. It's, are you ready when it does? Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, they're ready. 24/7, 365. They'll respond to you. Be ready before that storm hits. Yep. Demand that yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh, 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER. The best call to make in the worst situation.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Pittsburgh, Larry Richard here. Let's go to Paris to cheer on the black and gold. I have your golden ticket through AAA October 21st through the 26th. We're taking over the City of Light. Round-trip flights, a luxury Marriott stay, game tickets, and an epic black and gold kickoff party. Double occupancy packages starting at $7,199. Space is extremely limited. Call 800-354-8761 or visit your local AAA branch now. Here we go to Paris with AAA Travel.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What do you do when the power goes out for an hour, a day, a week? How long can you go without light, heat, your refrigerator? How long before pipes burst, food goes bad? With a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh, when your power is out, your Generac is on. It's that simple. Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh always has generators in stock and technicians that can install and maintain them. Visit GeneratorSupercenterofPittsburgh.com to get started.
Tickets are on sale now for the upcoming season of the Pittsburgh Speakers Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, with Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden, and acclaimed war photographer Lindsay Addario. For information and tickets, go to pittsburghspeakers.org. Sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A flood watch is in effect through 10 this evening. The rest of today will be mostly cloudy and humid with a couple of showers and a heavier thunderstorm or two. Any thunderstorm can produce hard downpours and cause localized flooding, the high 81. Then mostly cloudy, warm and sticky later tonight, though 68. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join the Big K Morning Show Monday, 5:30 until 10, the first true test of the Parkway East closure. We've got you covered.
Well, Mad Max is part of the team. We're going to start shooting live videos with Max and myself. Surprise guests at places that you need to see live. We're going to start next week. But Max doesn't need me. We have the same DNA. Quite frankly, Max, myself, and Patrick could have been raised in the same house. He does things that kind of boggle the mind because he cares so much. And the truth is, he has this crazy military background. He has this crazy discipline, this belief in family and security, and just doing the right thing. And very few men are like that. Max is the guy that kind of pointed out, okay, Marty, we're cool. We got bathrooms downtown finally. And then Max has been following up, and I've been communicating with the mayor's office for, 3 weeks now. They promised to fix these. And Molly, who I love her, she's a fabulous fabulous, gives a damn. She's as frustrated as I am, as Max is. She said they've been waiting on parts for 3 weeks. The locks and the doors are broken, the whole thing. It was ruined. Ruined. The city put these in there with money during COVID from Biden, and they were beautiful. And they were expensive as hell. And now they suck. And Max just walked in there, and I posted the video. It's disgusting. Not that we would be surprised, Max, but tell us, because I posted this and people are all going nuts. Tell us what you saw as you walked in there a short time ago.
Well, I heard you talking about how the bathrooms are locked because there's no water, but I noticed that the barricades are moved away from the door on the left. And I just piqued my curiosity. Like, let me try the door. And sure enough, the lock is damaged. So the door, even though the red light is on, indicating that it should be locked and inaccessible, you can get in there. So the homeless know this, and they're still going in there and using it.
Oh,
so the sink is full of urine.
Yes, all that.
There's crap all over the toilet seat. And just trash everywhere.
Disgusting.
It's gross.
Max, I don't know the answer. And maybe you do. You're smarter than I am. I don't know where the hell we go from here, man. No, really, Max. Where? I don't know what you do. What? What do you do with this?
I mean, it's unfortunate, but like with everything else, when the 10th Street bypass, when that was full of addicts and everything, all they did was they put a fence up and they kept everybody being able to use it. So what are we going to do? We're going to lock the bathrooms and now no one can use them because we can't control people not going in there and abusing them?
I don't know.
People have to be held accountable, and I understand you can't arrest your way out of this.
I don't know.
But
so hold on.
Change.
So what do you do? Do you have to an extreme, you put a cop out there at $80 an hour? What do you do?
You arrest these people, you put an ankle monitor on them, and you make them do community service.
Make them clean their own crap up. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's a start. That's somewhere. It's more than what we're doing now.
Max, it must really be an awful smell. I mean, think if you're downtown with your kids. There's no way you'd go in there.
Yeah, there's no way. And actually, it's funny you say that. A few weeks ago, actually a month ago when they were open, a woman and her young child were looking for a restroom, and I directed her to those, and she goes, there's no way I'm using those. Without even looking in there, she goes, I'm not taking my little girl in there. She goes, I don't feel safe doing that. So that's the perception that downtown people have when, they see that.
Well, was she wrong? No.
No, she was. No, she wasn't. So it's founded for sure.
Yeah, but Max.
And it's a shame.
And by the way, you heard Christian Conte, same thing. You got to arrest the ringleaders. But my point is to arrest them, Max, you got to stand a cop there who literally has to say, hold on, I got to see if you destroyed the bathroom before I arrest you. That's the only way this works, right?
Or put cameras out with artificial intelligence and start, I don't know, tagging people so you know that when the usual suspects come back, somebody gets a notification that this person's going in the bathroom to do something they shouldn't be doing.
That ain't happening. And Max, so people know this. You're not allowed to put cameras in the bathroom for 800
Not
different
in
reasons.
the bathroom, outside the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there is a camera posted outside the bathroom so they can see who's going in and out of there. Just not who's in the restroom using it, but with a little bit of work, it wouldn't be too difficult to figure out who's going in there and messing them up.
And if you made people pay, they'd scream and yell, "Oh, my God, how dare you make homeless people pay."
Well, they do it in other countries. You have to put a token in to get in there.
You do so.
And their bathrooms are nice. They don't have this problem.
All over Europe. By the way, this is why I love him. All over Europe. We were in France. We were in Italy. All over Europe. They have these public restrooms, and you pay. And, my man, you could eat off the floor. Not that you'd want to, but to your point, you never see any of this crap.
So,
hey, Max, why the hell, when we were in New York about a week and a half ago, we used public bathrooms all over the city, didn't see anything like this. How the hell can they manage this in New York, and we can't control one friggin' bathroom in downtown Pittsburgh? Why? No responsibility.
I'm sure they have all the same problems we do with drug addiction and everything, but their police probably enforce the law, and then they probably have a judicial system that follows up.
Yep, they got a lot of cops everywhere there. Everywhere, man.
Yep.
Meantime, Max, you can't blame the businesses. I'm not letting some idiot in there to ruin my bathroom. Are you?
Nope.
No.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
So, you can't fault them at all.
This is depressing. That video was disgusting. Literally, Max, the whole
I wasn't
sink,
expecting that.
the whole sink is full of urine.
It's gross.
It's disgusting.
It's gross.
You really do want to choke someone. And what's the excuse? What's the excuse? I'm a drug addict? That's the excuse? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's like a dog. You want to push their face down in it. Oh, my God.
You want to. Patrick said they had a pay toilet on the south side. It's gone, though, isn't it, Patrick? Is Patrick still there?
Yeah, long gone.
Right? Because it didn't work, right? Something happened to it, I remember.
Yeah, correct. It went away because people weren't using it. They were still using the streets and the sidewalks and the bushes, the
why?
sides
They
of
didn't want to
buildings
pay.
and businesses.
They didn't want to pay.
Yeah, it was like $1.
Hey, Patrick, anecdotally, because you probably haven't been in the city proper recently in Phoenix, do they have these same issues in Phoenix?
They have a lot of the same issues, but not on the scale that we have in Pittsburgh.
You're kidding.
Not even close.
You're kidding. Phoenix is at least how many times bigger? 3, 4? Huh?
But it's bigger than that now.
Yeah, you're right.
But they still have, they have law enforcement that are allowed to do their jobs.
I see.
They're allowed to police.
I see.
It's against the state law here to panhandle on ramps and overpasses and highway access points. They will arrest them for doing that. So you don't see it. Now, it's also right now 118 degrees, so people aren't out panhandling as much. Once it cools down, I'm sure we'll see more.
Are there people that you see, are they defecating and urinating in the streets there? I'm being honest here.
Not as much. I mean, there's some, but not as much as we've seen in Pittsburgh lately.
Max, so his plan is more enforcement. That's yours too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We can hug them all we want, but hugging ain't working, is it, Max?
Nope. And I say start turning these people into bathroom attendants and making them clean up the mess they helped create.
Wow, that's actually brilliantly pragmatic. Wow. I'm going to suggest that to some people we know that are judges. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to do it right now. Mad Max, my brother, live next week. Thank you, sir.
You got it. Bye.
Man, it's so disheartening.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Jen Hatmaker. Here's what I've learned in midlife. Joy isn't the reward you earn after all the work is done. Joy is the work. That's what this new series on For the Love is all about. The sacred yes. It's choosing delight, rest, and pleasure on purpose. Because saying yes to yourself, that's the thing that finally lets you fill your table with everybody else. Come find your sacred yes with me. Follow and listen to For the Love wherever you get your podcasts.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-719-5877 now for your free no obligation offer. That's 833-719-5877. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Offers are typically below market value in exchange for speed and convenience. Call for details.
You know what you can trust? The protection you get when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. You know what you can't trust? Everything else, apparently. Like when you saw that article that said that thing you eat every day is a superfood and great for your gut health. But then 30 seconds later, a different article warns you to avoid it and it's taking years off your life. Well, which is it? Kind of a big difference there. Anyway, bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive for reliable coverage in a reliably unreliable world. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Stop smoking. Alex Goen, patented hypnosis.
It's Steve Mann. Have you heard the commercials for the Stop Smoking seminars? And they said it could work for you. So I went. And guess what? It did work for me. My friends and family are still amazed. I quit smoking. I didn't have cravings, anxiety, or weight gain. Listen, I don't know how it works, but I know it works because I'm living proof, and it's 100% guaranteed.
Why so effective? The only stop smoking method in America proven useful by the U.S. Patent Office because it reprograms your subconscious. Alex Goen breaks your connection to cigarettes, coffee, stress driving, even other smokers. No cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Cigarettes no longer own you. Walk in a smoker, walk out free. Only $59.99 or your money back. Stop Smoking Seminar Thursday, July 23rd. Doubletree by Hilton Green Tree, 8 p.m. Weight loss by 30 p.m. Arrive early. Sign up at alexgoen.com. Goen. That's alexgoen.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. AHN is having one of its leaders move from running one hospital to two, as Dr. Alan Clapper, who is currently president of AHN Wexford Hospital, will now also hold the position of president at AHN's Grove City Hospital. He succeeds Christopher Clark, who will continue to serve as president of AHN St. Vincent Hospital in Erie and Westfield Memorial Hospital in Westfield, New York. The Grove City Hospital joined the AHN network in January of 2020 after the health provider acquired the Mercer County facility from Grove City Medical Center. Also, Carnegie Mellon University announced Fujitsu Limited is now a corporate tenant of the Robotics Innovation Center. Back in April, the Kawasaki Japan headquartered company and CMU revealed a partnership to research robotics and artificial intelligence at the RIC, dubbed the Fujitsu Carnegie Mellon Physical AI Research Center. Now, Fujitsu will become a full corporate tenant of the $100 million, 150,000 square foot center, the second after startup Field AI announced plans to take up a presence earlier this year. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I don't know how you manage that bathroom. I don't. We destroy something that the city paid a lot of money for to make a place for, which is a really smart move for folks, because people are crapping in the streets, so the city says, here, we'll put in two beautiful bathrooms. And what do? They crap on the toilet seat and fill the sink with urine. I don't know. Where you go from there? What's plan B? I'm serious, man. I don't know. I really don't have an answer. I love these. The mayor will come on there anytime. He never, ever, ever runs, ever, from an argument. Rich Fitzgerald never did. Honorado never did. Shapiro never does. DeLuzio never does. Ever. Ever. Rendell never did. Ed Rendell was the best. McCormick never does. Ever. They man up and face up. Sarah Namorado will not come on this show. I'm trying. She won't. Is she afraid? This morning, I'm talking about they're taxing the hell out of these poor business owners in the South Side. Bobby Charlin, the council, he's fighting with me in a text. He's calling me ignorant in text, which is fine. I'm a big boy. But my man, come on the air. Man up. Let's go. Come on, man. Bring your game. What are you afraid of? I'm serious. What are we doing here? Face the music, man. Fix the problem. If I'm ignorant, prove that I'm ignorant. Let's go. We have so much going on that needs resolved. I really don't know. I guess they're going to have to figure it out. You know, how do you fix cities? Well, you have to have places where folks use the bathroom. Okay, then you put in two places where folks use the bathroom, and they crapped on the toilet seat. How do you miss that? No, I'm serious. And they filled the sink with urine. How do you do that? What, I was high? Okay. You start to lose hope. I mean, you can't put cops in there. You can't put cameras in there. You can't afford to put a cop outside there at $80 an hour. You can't. What are we doing here, man? And it all comes back to some sort of personal responsibility and accountability. And to Max's point, at some point, the city's going to have to get heavy-handed, arresting people for destroying these bathrooms, put them on probation and make them go back there and clean the bathroom. Why not? Today, it's inhumane. Oh, is it? I don't know what to say anymore. But we fight the fight. We're here for you. We make this difference. We do, man. We got that wonderful woman living in a tent into housing today. So we won. One victory at a time. One guest at a time. One issue at a time. Raise hell to make a difference. Step up, man up, do the right thing, and never stop. Right? Let's go.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So, my man Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service takes a massive tree off an elderly woman's house for free. Why? Because he gives a damn. He's the best there is. They have the best equipment, the best staffing, the best pricing. They do the job right every single time. Greater Pitt Tree Service. Carlos is out there right now, cutting trees. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE. Call them. Big box appliance and TV stores move volumes of product. They're not focused on you. You know who is? My friends at Voss TV and Appliance are family-owned and customer-focused since 1960. Rick, Matt, the entire team, experts. They know appliances and TVs inside and out. Voss has a huge selection of brands. Their own team does delivery and installation. And Voss's prices are amazing. Shop Voss's South Hill showroom. Go to VossTV.com or call 412-650-VOSS. Voss TV and Appliance. The lowest prices, guaranteed.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you